This episode of Beaten Down is brought to you by ABC Dump Roll-Off Dumpster Rental. ABC Dump is a locally owned and operated company. With 11, 15, 20, and 30 cubic yard dumpsters, they have the size for every occasion. Whether you're remodeling the house, cleaning out the garage, or doing commercial construction, they have the right size for your project. With upfront pricing and easy online ordering, ABC Dump makes ordering a dumpster as simple as possible. Give them a call or text at 682-803-8031 or order online at abcdump.net. That's abcdump.net.
Does it work?
I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know if y'all actually listen to the recording when it goes live on Monday, but I did a little mess up.
Uh-oh.
And
You put us on Pornhub again.
I did. So welcome. No, so what I do is I have to bring in all the audio, individual mics, right? And then that's when I do my editing. And then I'll bring in like ABC Dump, the sponsor, intro music, outro music. But those are all separate audio clips, right? So what I do is I bring all voices in. I combine all that into one. So now it's one audio file. I'll do my editing. Editing is it's a loose term for what I do. Very loose, unless we do or say something like Dave said last time that I had to take out of the podcast. Whoops. But to be fair, Dave was talking to us, not to y'all.
Now you're going to have to edit video, too.
Well, that's the problem, right? Now
we can't
Now
do
you-
things
now
up, put them
you're
on the
saying we
table
can't-
anymore.
it'll be fine. Don't even worry about it.
We can't say stuff.
Yeah, no, we can say the editing's still easy.
You just can't pull your wang out anymore, David.
Yes, he
Oh.
can. No, I hope he does. As a matter of fact.
I'll use this.
Oh,
Oh, awesome. Empty can.
I've got one in my other pocket. But the problem, so like once I combine us, then I bring ABC Dump. Just a little behind the curtain for y'all. I have to slide audio over. I bring in intro music, slide audio over to get it kind of where we want it to mesh up. I have to delete the extra one. Like once I bring the audio, then I have to delete it. Then I bring the outro in, put it where it needs to be, delete that one. Well, I didn't delete the outro. So through ABC Dump's commercial was the outro music going through. So not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, who gives
But
a
when I
shit?
push play on Monday morning after editing and not really paying attention to what the fuck I'm doing, obviously, I went, I'm not changing it. I didn't
Yeah,
care
but-
that much. Plus it's low in the background. You don't hear it much anyway.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yep.
Back again for another rendition. I don't know what to do with my hands. We got video going today.
We're trying a little.
Whether the video will come out, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. At least the audio will be on Monday. Video, I don't know how that's going to work. So here's what I don't know. Through our hosting website, if I were to upload video with audio, I don't know if it takes the video to like Spotify or whatever, or if I have to do that one separate to upload the video. Either way, this will be on YouTube. The video part will at least be on YouTube.
On the YouTube.
I don't even know what our YouTube is.
When you're looking at me like
Shit.
I would know that.
I mean, I can figure it out real quick, but I don't know what our YouTube is.
You
Beaten
have
Down
one,
Official?
You have one, don't you?
Beaten Down? I
mean,
know.
you've
Yeah,
done-
we do have
you
one.
put one out there before.
Now I've got to switch accounts so y'all know. How do I switch accounts? I don't know how to do any of this, guys. Just search Beaten Down on YouTube. I'll put a link out on our Facebook page if you want to watch it. It's not like we're doing anything. Look, I just chewed my nail. Just like that. On YouTube, Beaten Down. I think it's just Beaten Down. Not podcast, not official, none of that. None of that. It's just Beaten Down. But we'll have video. I think we have 2 out right now from a long time ago. I think Jesse was on both of those. Because when he was that one, it was the one day he was here
Yeah,
that I
the one
recorded that
time.
one. Yeah, that one time. And I put both of those out. It was good times. And that was before you were really on here ever, Dave.
I've been a guest for a while, but I don't know.
Yeah, you were never on video. for some reason. Oh,
I was when we shocked the shit at or hit each other with.
oh,
those
you were on the reels
Yeah.
that we put out. Yeah. I do look, guys. Here's I'm currently putting together a game for us to play, whether it's while we do this or as another reel or we do both. I don't know. I do have 2 shot callers.
Oh, I'm down.
I have 2 shot callers.
Oh, you'll be down to push the button. I know.
No, I'll put it on.
Oh,
Yeah,
We've done it before.
But the remote is for both shot callers. So there's a 1 and a 2.
So what we'll
So
do
you
is
switch it from 1 and 2, and it's more like a question game. You get it
Yeah.
right, you're fine. You get it wrong, you get shot.
So me and you will wear it, and David will have the remote.
Well, then Dave needs to come up with the questions because I can't come up with the questions and then answer them as well. So if you want to do that, come up with a little game, few questions, whatever it is.
trivia.
Yeah.
Hey,
Let's
make
say
it movie trivia.
don't do that. Don't do that because I lose.
That'll be fair.
It can't be American history for me.
Just do like general knowledge, like 10 questions, 20 questions, first to 5 wins. Go back and
This
forth
has
with
been
it, however
good.
you want to do.
Like I said, I just sent you a video of a guy. He's with his girlfriend. She's got the collar on. He's got the remote. They're going through drive-through at McDonald's. And at first she's saying her order, and he's hitting with it. She's like, and then like she's trying to get pay, and he's hitting her with it. And then they hand her like the drink, and he hits her with it, and she squeezes it. And it goes fucking. I was like, we're doing that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Remember we did play with the shot collar way back in the day.
That was in Lubbock.
in Lubbock. So that was like we were
No,
like,
we didn't play with it. Like we did play with it, but I went way too far
Yeah.
with it.
because we were just holding it to our necks, and this one was like a, if you barked, it would
Sound.
shock you. So like to teach it, so we'd hold it and bark. Then, well, we convinced Daniel to
Attach it,
put it on all the
like
way,
fasten it to
and
my
we were
neck.
just waiting. As soon
Oh.
as we heard the snap, we all just started barking, and he just started.
My neck was going.
He
Ooh.
couldn't get it off himself.
Are
so it
those
was real tight.
are those stronger than those Tim's
Oh, tens unit.
10th unit?
Well, I mean, it depends on the level. Like I think those kind of just
Those weren't bad. It
like
just-
those just have like the ones that just are sound. Just have like it wasn't crazy, but it wasn't
It
great.
made
Just
you
so
like,
you know.
It made you like tense up, or you couldn't do anything.
But like the ones I have, they go from like 1, which you don't feel anything, all the way up to like 20, and it fucking
Are you
sucks.
talking about
Have
the
you-
ones that you let me borrow for like?
Y-
This ain't the ones like the massage things.
Yeah,
That's a
well,
tens unit.
Yeah,
No, these are shock.
but have you
Collar,
seen the
like for
games
our dogs.
like
Yeah, where
the,
they try to drink
the
a
buddies
beer.
will
Oh,
like
yeah.
put it on your arm and you try to get
Yeah.
a drink of beer and it's
We can
like
do that too. Now that we're at the video thing.
But that's with the tens unit.
Yeah.
So they use the tens unit for that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about dog shot
Yeah.
collars.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
down, yeah.
And I also have the tens
Yeah.
units. Yeah.
So we can do that too.
Yeah. I don't know that. Okay. I mean, we'll do whatever. I'm stupid. I'll do whatever you want to
That'll
do.
be fun.
I tried to explain to my kids, because you know, like I get onto my kids for doing dumb shit,
Uh-huh.
right? But my interpretation of dumb shit for them versus dumb shit, 2 separate things. Like you're doing dumb things that you know is wrong that you'll get in trouble for, versus you're doing dumb things just because it's fun and we're doing dumb things and it's funny, right? Like that's the big difference.
Yeah.
I do dumb shit because it's funny and no one's going to get in trouble. No one's going to get, I mean, people get mad, but no one's going to
Yeah.
get, like, it doesn't bother people that I'm doing dumb things
For the most part.
other than just, maybe I'm annoying to some people,
Yeah, maybe.
right?
Yeah, some people.
Definitely.
My daughter has always been very spastic and I've loved that about her. She's just like even, okay, Dave, remember in my house, we have those blinds.
Yes.
You helped install those blinds, right?
Uh-huh.
And then it's not anything crazy. It's not like we spent $1 million on blinds. But she was up in her room 2 weekends ago. And she'd come downstairs and grab a trash bag and she's up there cleaning her room. She's
Hey.
doing like spring cleaning. Cool. And we left her alone while she was doing it. She'd come down and eat and hey,
So she just got.
but she just got in this mood where she just wanted to clear her room out, which is cool because her closet's a fucking mess typically.
Always.
And then like she came downstairs and we had these like plastic shelf things that all connect together that I was going to use out in the shop for some shit. I have all of them. I have like 2 sets of 5 or I have a set of 5 and a set of 3. And then we had 2 in the house during Christmas to set Christmas presents on so the dogs didn't get them. whole mess, but they were still in there. She goes, "Can I have these from my closet?" And I said, "Yes, please. Whatever you're doing, keep cleaning. Do whatever you're doing." Anyway, so she came down with. So Tasha goes, "I think your daughter just threw away a dead body."
Yeah.
And I go, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "Not really." And well, no shit. I didn't think she
Not
threw away a
really.
dead body.
Not really.
But like a big trash bag full of shit, or I mean, like multiple trash bags. I don't know. She was like, she brought one big contractor bag full of shit that was heavy as shit, and she just threw it. And then like a day later, she goes, "Will you look in that bag? Because there's what looks to be like fluorine in that bag." And I went, "There fucking better not be fluorine in that bag."
Fluorine.
Oh my god.
Fluorine in that bag.
Oh,
And so I looked
God.
at it, and it was just like the little slats that go in the blinds, because they're not connected.
Yeah, yeah.
You can just pull them out. And so I look at them, and they're like warped. The slats, the wooden slats are. And so I text Tasha. I go, "They're from her blinds."
How the hell did they get like that?
Well, I don't know, because none of the rest of the house is, and I didn't go look in Tristan's room, but her window does get a lot of sun.
You think the heat got it?
I think so, because the rest, like, she had 2 or 3 more slats in there, because the ones we bought are real fucking long, like from floor to ceiling ones.
Yeah.
But we bought them, just had them cut to size, and so hers looked fine. I mean, what she did is she pulled out all the ones that were warped and moved up the ones that were gathered on the bottom.
And then
That weren't warped.
retied it shorter. or
Well,
something.
you don't even have to tie it, you just
Yeah.
because it
Couple
just
men.
yeah,
Yeah.
she just left.
Did you ask her?
Yeah, and I go, "Why are you?" And she goes, "Did you see them?" I go, "Yeah."
How'd they get like that?
Well, and she goes, "I don't know." She goes, "But what I did is I took the ones out of the bottom, pulled the bad ones out, put the new ones in. So it's got to be the sun."
Yeah.
But I haven't looked at Tristan, so I don't know. Maybe she's melting them with a candle or something. I don't know. But I didn't look at everything she had in there.
mean,
but the couple or 3 that I looked at were very warped. So
Might have to switch to wood instead of plastic.
instead of that plastic wood, faux wood or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Faux show.
Faux show. She is a hoe. Faux show. You wrote she's a hoe faux show on your.
See what she's
I remember that girl. She was a hoe.
faux show.
Did y'all see the helicopter
Yeah.
airplane crash?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Have
I
y'all-
started hearing more details about it. Like,
The plane was coming to land and was like 400 feet in the air.
Black Hawk boom.
And the Black Hawk, it was a military helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So here's the thing. So the plane was doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. The helicopter is flying through that like Potomac River area, basin or whatever they call it. And he's flying in the altitude where they call it's visual, where he's supposed to be seeing everything that's around him. So he doesn't have like air traffic control saying, "Hey, there's shit going on." But they're right next to an airport where all these planes are coming in. So it's training is what they're doing. And so the plane's doing everything it's supposed to be doing, coming into to land, 400 feet coming in for the final whatever approach. That's what it's called. And the helicopter just didn't avoid.
Just went straight like.
Yeah, how do you not see that?
So the latest thing that I heard
Okay.
today,
Okay.
the conspiracy theories are out.
Okay.
So the pilot was supposedly a transgender pilot. Supposedly.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if it's true. This
Okay.
is and
I don't know what that matters, but go ahead.
no, that's what they brought. Well, it matters.
They brought it up. Okay.
Well,
oh,
it matters because they're saying
DEI.
Yeah, that matters because they're
Yeah.
saying they think it was like a suicide.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like
Oh, because
the
our new
pilot-
president is deleting all
well,
that stuff in the
just
military.
depression or something like that. Because
Oh, okay.
depression's
So the-
really
the
high.
men- the mental side of it,
Depression's
yeah.
really high on the.
Yeah.
And that's the new conspiracy that I saw today is the pilot flew it in on purpose.
Well, I hadn't seen that, but I did see.
Who knows?
Yeah, I did see Trump was talking about that it's the helicopter's fault,
Yeah.
that pilot's fault, because
Well, yeah.
he goes, "I have helicopters." He goes, "They can stop very quick. They can go up and down very quick and whatever maneuver a lot quicker than that airplane can." Which
Oh yeah.
I think is right.
And the airplane's
I know
already-
shit about aviation.
And if the airplane's landing, it's already talked to the tower. The tower's already gave it clearance for landing. It's coming in already. Like,
yeah,
it's not paying attention to like a helicopter coming right at it.
right.
He's
That-
looking at all of his instruments to land.
That helicopter didn't have that shit that y'all make it work, huh?
Oh, your autopilots.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
your fault.
That's good.
No,
Sorry, Kobe Bryant.
if he would have had it,
Did you see that Facto may be rich now?
no. What?
So I don't know how I should be putting this out there.
Uh oh.
So
Just like Trump coin or something.
close. For some reason, he had out all of his from when he was young card collection.
Like baseball cards.
Baseball, basketball, football. He had all these out.
Uh-oh.
And he has, like, Garrison was like, how do we know how much, like, are these worth anything? And he's like, oh, I don't know. Facto. I'm playing Fortnite with Facto.
Yeah.
And so I'm hearing him talk to Mason while we're playing. Garrison, while we're playing. And he's like, oh, I don't know. He goes, look them up. I said, I tell him, tell him to look it up. Pull out the Beckett and look it up.
Yeah.
Like, Beckett's old school. You know what Beckett is, right? Like, we used to get books.
Yeah, the books that
You'd have to
look
look
through.
up, like it'd be what kind of card? Was
Yeah.
it Don
Was
Russ?
it
Was it a
was it a rookie one?
But
Was
yeah,
it
but
the
what were the other one? Don Russ, Tops.
Tops was the
What were the? Those are the two that I remember. Don Russ and Tops. But there was anyway.
Look at all
But so you have to look up what brand of card it was, what number it was, and then of that number, was it the rookie card of that number? Was it the whatever, Hall of Fame of whatever? Was it the hollow? Was it the whatever? You'd have to look it up in your Don Russ catalog to see. And then, every month there'd be a new Don Russ. Was it Don Russ? Beckett. I'm sorry. You'd have to look up in your new Beckett every month to see what was it a nickel or was it a dime this month or whatever. And so Garrison started looking up some of the cards, and he has like this Michael Jordan gold foil, blah, 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 blah.
Upper Deck.
Oh,
Top.
Upper Deck was
That
a
the
new
one
one.
I
Yeah, I
couldn't
forgot about Upper Deck.
Tops, Bowman, Upper Deck.
I do remember Bowman.
Fleer,
I remember Fleer.
OPG,
Don't know that one.
and Panini.
Uh,
Panini.
I don't know.
I
I don't remember that
I really
one either.
just remember like Tops and
David
Upper
seems to remember Panini.
it's
Deck. Well, I mean,
I remember the
it's-
I
sandwich.
ate a Panini.
it's from China.
From China.
China.
So he started looking up some of these, and then I guess he looked them up. Just he didn't go obviously through a Beckett, but like
Yeah.
online there's Beckett's now, and then he's like Garrison shows him, hey, this one might be worth some
Yeah,
money.
it's
But
cool looking.
now again, you have to grade these cards,
Yeah.
so the grade matters a ton. But some of the cards he was looking at, $10,000, $100,000, $400,000. And I'm like, are you like he's sending a picture of the card that he has still in the sleeves. Here's what the online, obviously, graded, all that shit. Here's what it says it's worth. And I'm like, holy
I
shit.
need to really figure that out.
Right. So, but
Like take it to a professional.
step number one is get graded.
Yeah.
Send it to PSA, Steiner, some of those grading cards, our card graders. And they'll send it back to you in one of the hard shell
If it's
cases
legit.
with the grade. Yeah. So, I mean, it doesn't matter, whatever, but they'll send it back to you
I wouldn't trust the fuckers.
with the grade on
Gotta
it.
send it to somebody and be like, they'll switch it out and send you one that almost looks just like it. Be like, not worth nothing.
But could you imagine,
You've been sitting on a card that's worth like $400,000.
right? Like, do you have any of this shit did you collect cards?
No, I didn't collect cards.
I got a little bit of them.
I collected some, but I mean, back then when I was looking at the Beckett, everything I had, like I think the highest one I ever had was worth like 75 cents,
Remember they'd always be
which
like,
now may be $10,
because
which
remember
is
at
cool.
the old Walmart, they right when you were walking at the exit is where all the cards would be.
Yeah, yeah.
Like right there.
Yeah.
Get the stick hard chewing gum that came in it.
Yes. So for me, the only thing I really ever collected was my Garbage Pail Kids cards, and I still have those.
Maybe they're worth something.
I still have but they're not worth that.
You don't know.
Well, that's true.
There's some people out there. It's whatever they'll play at an auction.
Right.
Do y'all ever watch that Antique Roadshow show?
Yeah.
They have some neat shit on there.
Dude, and they're like, oh, this shit, and they'll tell you all kind. This was back in the 14th century and Queen Elizabeth I.
Well,
Yeah.
I watched this woman, her dad used to own a movie theater, and then they built a house or whatever, and the movie theater closed. So apparently, for insulation, they had a bunch of movie posters that would come out when a movie would come out, and they used those movie posters as insulation inside the walls.
No shit.
Then they did a remodel, whoever bought the house
Start finding all
later,
them posters.
and they start pulling out these posters that are in mint shape inside the walls.
Are they rolled up or are they flat?
No, they're flat. They used them as, so they start bringing out famous movie posters in perfect condition.
Like Casablanca, whatever.
They
yeah.
were worth 10,000 a piece.
That's
Oh,
fucking
wait.
crazy.
5,000. I mean, she probably had 50 of them.
You ever seen the videos where the people, like, they buy an old house and then start renovating it, and they like open a wall and they'll find money
Oh yeah.
in the wall, like $10,000 in the wall.
Mafia.
Like, okay, so legally, is it yours, or do you have to go? I bought this house.
I think you have to bring it up because in case it's like they track the serial numbers of the, and it's
But
from
but
like,
they did clearly.
and it's from like a bank robbery
but
or something.
but
like
like
that.
back, maybe that, but like if back in Depression era,
Yeah.
I mean that's what they were doing. They weren't putting their money in banks. They were storing their money in
I'm
wherever they could.
yeah, I'm sure you.
But
probably,
that money is also so old; it's probably worth even more than face value.
Yeah.
Yeah, because paper money or coins, they're worth.
Well, like
Yeah.
I think it's 1964 quarters and before.
Yeah.
Those are silver quarters,
Mm-hmm.
and they're worth more than obviously face value.
40-something model pennies or true copper.
True copper, yeah. So all that's worth even more money. But if
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that if I find that money in my house, I don't know that I'm
I mean, we all
telling somebody. You know what I
we've
mean?
all got change laying around. Who knows? We might have lots of money.
Well, so
You know what I mean?
my algorithm used to show me a guy that would flip through quarters. It was always a live video. He's flipping through quarters, showing you what to look for, defects. Like this was, there was a quarter that I don't remember what state it was, but it had like a barn house on the back of it, and one of the defects was in the window of the barn house because it had like the 4 panes. Well, they called it the bird's nest defect. So in one of the panes, I think it was the top left of this quarter, there was just like extra metal, and it looked like a bird's nest. Well, that quarter, if you found this, 2024 quarter with the, I don't know, state of Washington, Nebraska, whatever it was, whatever it was that has that birdhouse, I mean this old house looking on it, then that made it worth $25. Same quarter, there's the old water well fountain thing, and then if it has this on there on that fountain where they called it the shadow of it or whatever, then that made it worth $25 over the 25 cents that it's worth. So me and Tasha started going through all of our quarters. Like we have this big old jar that we use like when we play poker with the family or
Yeah.
whatever. And so I started going through all that shit, and I found a lot of silver quarters. I separated those because they're worth more money than face value. And then I found a couple that had the defect. Like there's one that's where it's like a bear, and the salmon is jumping out of the water, and there's like an extra claw on the bear, and that's worth more money. So I found one of those, and I mean,
Wheat pennies.
yeah, the wheat
See, now I
pennies,
have
the
a-
buffalo nickels, and shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
I have I probably have like $50 worth of wheat pennies that when my granddad died, they gave them to me. It's like in a box. He already has them rolled in like those penny rolls,
yeah,
and I've never really gone through them.
yeah. And so the
Some of
older it
wheat
is,
pennies are
the older
pricey.
it is, the more. I mean, the more valuable, obviously, especially pennies, the more valuable it is, and then when they have these certain defects,
I need to
then
go
they're worth even more.
Mhm.
And there's there's like a double eagle. It's called double eagle. I don't know if it's $1 or 50-cent piece, whatever it is, and that's like the most rare dollar, whatever it is, coin to find. It's called the double. I think it's double eagle. But like one of those, and so some of my reels is like the pawn shop, pawn
Pawn
stars.
stars.
Them, and this guy brought it in, and I mean it's worth like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's like there's 10 of these known in existence or whatever, whatever it is. And if it's graded, then it's, now we know it's real. Number one, we know it's real. And then the grade on it makes it even worth even more money. And
Yeah, people could be sitting on so much money they have no idea about.
Yeah, and not even know it and never go through it.
the other thing is I've always wanted to get a metal detector. Like you see the guys at like at the beach doing that,
yeah.
but then you see people doing it like at like during the war, like the World War,
Oh, yeah,
not the
with
World War, Civil War locations where they're doing that and they're finding like buttons from their coats and all this shit.
It's the one this guy was walking on the beach. It was like in, I'm trying to think, like maybe Italy or something. I don't know. He's walking on the beach. He'd always walk on the beach and he'd collect things, shells. One day he found this weird looking. He could tell it was like made of like maybe porcelain or metal, but it was like really kind of dense, and it looked like it had a lid on it, but it didn't. He couldn't really figure out how to open it, so he just put it in his pocket, walked away, threw it in his collection, forgot about it. Go to like 50 years later, he passed away. His family's going through his shit. They come across this weird looking. So they take it to it's an old like medieval hand grenade.
I was gonna
Oh
say,
my God.
fucking live,
Like
landmine.
Like a medieval hand grenade. They said it was basically like a Molotov cocktail,
Yeah.
that they used to use back in the medieval
Oh my
days.
God.
And he'd just been sitting in his house for like 60 years.
Y'all ever see the guys that do like the magnet fishing
Mm-hmm.
in lakes
yeah.
and rivers and
If
shit?
they find a gun, they tell the cops because more than likely if somebody threw a freaking gun in the river.
Right. But they find all kinds of. There was one I was
They
watching.
found a live grenade one. Too.
Yes, they find live landmines, or mines or whatever,
Yeah.
But they find like guns and all. I was watching these, and it wasn't magnet fishing, but it was the guys that scuba dive in locations, like waterfalls and shit like that.
One guy always
the
does it
rivers
like
where
that
everybody
at
does
the
like
Guadalupe
like
and Frio
like
and
at
stuff.
New Braunfels
Yeah.
or something.
Finding
yeah.
all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
So there was two guys, and they were, and I don't know what location it was. Anyway, so they're floating, and they find this metal box, and they're like, "Oh, what is this?" So they pick it up, and they're like, "Oh my God, look at this! It's looks like kind of like a treasure chest. It's very ornate." And like, "Oh my God!" And they open it up, full of ashes. So like the ashes come in a plastic bag.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Like
shit.
it's not just the ashes
Yeah.
in the box because those will seep out. So they always put them in a plastic bag. So they open it up and it's ashes in that, and they're like, "Oh my God, we fucked with somebody's remains."
Yeah.
So they close
Do you
it
think
up.
if you dump it in, you're supposed to dump the
You
ash.
post, pour
no,
it out.
They
Not
threw,
throw the-
they
somebody
threw the
just-
whole fucking thing
Somebody's
out
just
there.
driving by and throws
But
there, Dad, I did what you wanted.
the box was very. It didn't look like an urn, so it made me think it's like a dog's ashes because
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like in a box,
Yeah.
not so much like an urn.
If you didn't go through the trouble of doing that, why'd you throw it in the river?
Right. That's the other part of it. So that could have been somebody's grandpa or somebody's dog that they found, but they shut it back up and they threw it back in the water.
That ghost's gonna follow you now.
Did you see that movie? I forgot what it's called. Due Date with Zach Galifianakis. And,
Is that the one with Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
he has Zach
I haven't seen it,
Galifianakis.
but I know what it is, but I haven't seen it.
He has a coffee can and he's got his dad's ashes in it. And a Folgers can, and he's carrying it around, and they go through all this shit, and then they end up at their buddy's house, which is Jamie Foxx in the movie, and
Motherfucker Jones?
yeah, so
Is it really?
the next
What made it slap
the next morning they're wanting coffee, so the
Oh,
the
no.
one guy doesn't know that this is ashes, so
Oh,
he
damn.
makes fucking coffee
Out of his
out of his dad,
Damn.
Can I have one of yours, please?
Those old?
No, that's my. Oh, I have one in my pocket. Sorry.
Huh?
I'm done.
In my pocket.
I shouldn't tell you to do this, but you should watch that movie. It's
It's pretty
It's
good.
funny.
The whole scene with Danny McBride.
yeah.
Like they're at like a Western Union like telegram place or something. I don't know. And Danny McBride's working there, and they're like, "Yeah, I need this to get this sent out." And he's like, "Well, it's gonna have to wait until tomorrow because we close in like 5 minutes." And Robert Downey Jr. he goes, "It's like 6:35. What do you mean you close in like 5 minutes?" He goes, "Well, I have a reservation at Chili's to go meet the boys." And he goes, "A reservation at Chili's, really?" And then he brings up that he's like a war veteran, and Robert Downey Jr. just like talking shit, and he's like, "Oh, I think he's just a poser. Like, you probably didn't even go fight in the serve. You bring that up every chance you get." David goes, "Oh, really, motherfucker?" He goes, "Just wait." And he comes around, and he comes wheeling out in his wheelchair. He goes, "I'm posing, huh?"
Yeah.
And then Robert, he's like, "I'm sorry," and he goes, and he then Rob pulls out like a nightstick and starts like beating the shit out of him. But that was like, "I got a reservation at Chili's to meet the boys."
You can imagine Zach Galifianakis
Oh,
in
yeah.
anything.
Dude,
So
it's great.
It's his normal way he does.
And it was right around that.
Yeah.
One of my favorite
Hangover
things that he
movies,
does
so-
is Between Two Ferns.
Yes.
Have you seen
The
any of those
bloopers
clips?
are the best.
The bloopers are awesome. But
Yeah, the bloopers I just style laughing, like when he had David Letterman on there.
Oh, yeah.
And David Letterman's got like a really long white beard
Yeah.
now. He's like, "Okay, I'd like to thank Crystal Meth Santa Claus for and they have to try to keep their shit together and not laugh.
he had Brie Larson on there. He was talking about, did your parents name you after the cheese?
Yeah, they do. And that also when David Letterman's like, "We'll be right back with Who Gives a Shit."
Because David Letterman laughed
Yeah,
at that
because
one.
he's
Yeah.
laughing, and then he has like,
He interviews people.
Oh, yeah.
and he's supposed
Didn't he have Hillary Clinton
to.
on there?
Yes.
He's being real.
And he ran a Trump commercial
Yeah.
during.
And he's being really insulting. You know, it's all set up to look real,
Yeah.
but
It's all comedy. You know?
Yeah.
the funniest one is it's the guy that played. He's in Mad Men. I can't remember his name. He's the main dude.
They say he has a big.
Yeah, Michael Hamm. No,
John Hamm.
John Hamm.
John Hamm.
And John Hamm's like, "So your suit from Mad Men, his character hangs in the Smithsonian." And he's like, "Yes, great honor." It goes right next to the Cosby sweater, and he just loses his shit and starts laughing like he just can't. He can't freaking. Take
And he
it.
holds his face like,
Oh, yeah, no,
like
he's-
serious as hell.
And it's very rare that he does, but in the outtakes,
Yeah, the
he'll
bloopers
fucking
are
lose.
the.
Speaking of bloopers, I watched outtakes of Step Brothers today,
Oh no.
dude. And it's when you remember when they're on their way to meet her new husband, her new
Yeah,
boyfriend,
when he's
whatever.
talking to, he's like, I'm not even calling
gonna
Dad,
call him
even
Dad.
if it's on,
Yeah.
even the house is on fire.
So Will Ferrell's in the back, and he's like, "What? Just tell me something that you can't
Yeah.
talk to me about." And she goes, "The mom's like, my sexual preference,
Or she's just my sexual desire, fantasies or
my
something.
sexual preferences, fantasies," and he just goes,
He starts laughing.
she loses her shit. Dude, just those out. Step
Yeah.
Brothers might be one
That's
of my
one of the-
favorite
that's one of-
fucking movies.
that's one
I
of
know,
the-
me too.
That's one of
It's-
the best.
But the outtakes are so good because there's one time John C. Reilly, he farts in the scene, and he's like, "Did you? Is that onions?
Yeah.
Did you have onions and
ketchup. That's
ketchup?
ketchup, isn't it?
Is that ketchup?" So he
That was
really,
in the job interview
Yeah, yeah.
with.
Yeah, when they
So-
wear a tuxedo.
but
Yeah.
he really farts. They're like, he's like, we're just having fun.
The
right?"
other interview, they're sitting right behind each other,
Yeah,
and
'cause
you
he-
can't see him. And he goes,
That's
"Hello, my lady."
He's like, I think I have a solution for the pan.
Pan. It's Panama. Panama.
Another good outtakes is if you ever seen Parks and Recreation.
Oh yeah,
The
when
out-
he breaks
Chris
the.
Pratt's outtakes to
Just
those.
so good.
I mean, 'cause that's the whole when they're talking about comeback stories and
Oh yeah.
they're like Rocky, the Mighty Ducks, Rudy, blah blah, and he's like Kim
Si-
Kardashian.
Kim
is like,
Kardashian?
he goes, well, in the video, I think she gets come on her back.
The other
Everybody
one,
loses
the other
their
one
shit.
is Audrey Plaza, where she's talking with the dog.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah. Oh, hey,
I'll come kiss me. or
come
whatever.
kiss me. You remember that time we made love in the alley?
And even Ron Swanson guy plays along with. He's like, I think we should get
Get
back to
this dog
talking
and talking dog involved.
Yeah, that Parks and Rec. If you never watched it,
I've never watched it,
It's
but the outtakes are
just-
great, which makes
I
me
mean,
think the show.
the
But,
cast is.
but
greatness.
that's all like within the Office realm. So I don't know why I haven't watched it.
Oh, it's-
'Cause
yeah,
it seems
no,
to be so
it's
great.
just- it is. Chris Pratt's character is so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the dumbest guys. His name's Andy. Like the first episode, he has 2 broken legs
Yeah.
because he fell in like some. His girlfriend's house is like next to like a construction pit that they never finished.
We
He,
talked
like,
about that
Yeah,
when we were talking about the coffee
Yeah.
shop here in town.
yeah,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So I mean, that's the very first episode
Beer?
you see him.
Yes, I'd love
Yeah.
another beer. Thank you, Dave.
And Ron Swanson.
We need somebody in here to bring us beers while we do this
Yeah.
and record.
Anybody want a
Facto.
job out there?
Facto.
But Ron Swanson is the greatest character of all time.
Yeah, and I just don't know why I haven't watched it yet. I should.
He's just so
Dude, we got so like, we were talking about ashes and all that shit. Do you want to be buried or cremated? Like, do you have a preference? Do you honestly like you're dead? Do you care?
I probably would lean towards the burying because I think it's kind of nice to have like a
Place to visit?
place for your family to visit you and everything. But I mean, you can also spread the ashes at a certain spot and be like, "Here's where they spread the ashes."
So,
I mean,
do you have a preference?
I don't have a preference. I think just for cost effect,
Thank you.
I would
Thank you.
be
Cremation.
easier on your family to.
what if you get
But so-
what if you get cremated and they just have them bury the little box? You don't have to bury a whole coffin.
Yeah.
Then they
Well,
got both. Then you got both.
But you still have to buy the plot.
Yeah, but the
Or
coffins
just
are
throw it
so
in the
expensive.
water in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. And I get the bigger dilemma of where
Where?
if I did get buried.
Why is that the dilemma?
I got family in this cemetery. Oh, I got family in this other cemetery.
Really?
Yeah, because the McDonald's side that isn't that big, but my great grandparents, my grandparents, they're buried in like Woodland Park. But then my mom's side, a lot of the Pointers are buried in the Millsaps.
Is old McDonald buried at the farm?
Mm-hmm. He
Never
he
heard-
is.
Never heard those jokes.
Yeah. Oh.
Never heard those jokes forever. And then Chass's family, a lot of her family's buried in Indian Creek, which I was like,
Well, that's her fault. That has
but
nothing to do with you.
But I'm always like, what cemetery do I pick?
So, do you want you and your wife to be
Let's
buried
divide
together?
you up.
Yeah. Put half
Well, I
you there,
guess-
half
I
you
guess
there.
But that's just double the money then. You just talked about
Right.
the money.
But no, but then you do the same thing with Chaz. Then she
Damn.
just takes the other half of your plot and the other half of the other plot.
Okay, that's
And it's just the same cost.
and it's only one coffin.
Right.
Damn, that's morbid.
Or you could just be buried on top of each other. There's that thing
Or
too.
standing up.
Oh yeah.
They buried people like that before to save like space. They stood up the coffins.
No, you just bury on top of each other. Yeah. So I don't like as far as like
Sounds like you're leaning towards cremation.
I am, but as far as like burial, like my dad's family that is buried, Woodland Park, because cremation is where most of them went. But that wasn't because of. It's just, I mean, it's that side of my family. They're just poor, so that's
Yeah.
So cremation was the only option type of thing. But then even with cremation though, like there's the cost of the funeral home, visitation, funeral, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That you still, and if you don't want to be your visitation just in a literal wooden box, then you have to rent a coffin to be
I want to be taxidermied.
like this.
Yeah.
Dude, have you seen those?
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
where I've seen one where the guy's like lifting weights
It's one that had it like in a table.
at a
I
table,
was like, what the?
sitting in a chair. You haven't seen those videos?
No.
Don't.
It's gotten.
They're fucking terrible. Don't.
There's a
look
lot
at
of like people that do their pets like that,
them. Don't fucking do
and
that.
it's fucking like they had Chess sent it to me. Like old lady had a cat,
That's taxidermied. Yeah.
and it looks like it's sleeping, and she has it in like the middle of her living room, like in this,
No,
and then
don't
she'll
do
move
that.
it and put it like at the feet of the bed where it used to
Don't
sleep.
do
So
that.
Chess is like, I said, the hell you are.
No.
You're gonna be doing it by yourself.
Pet cemetery. No,
just-
I am leaning towards cremation just because. But then the problem with cremation is now like my dad, he wanted to be cremated. He did not want to be burial plot, all the costs involved in that. He didn't want that, so we had him cremated. That's what he wanted, so we did it. But then now my mom has his ashes. But then it's like, okay,
Who's gonna take it?
then what? Because my mom wants to be buried. She does not want.
Yeah.
She wants to be buried, which is fine. But then, now my dad's ashes.
Well, what if you just buried his ashes with her?
That's extra cost.
No shit.
That's extra
Even
cost.
if you put it like it fits in the coffin,
That's extra cost.
you're shitting me.
100%.
How much extra?
A lot.
That's bullshit.
When everybody's
when you just
walking
slip
through,
it in.
That's what my mom
Yeah,
said.
that's
just
what
go.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, because a lot of people do that. Like when you're walking through, you put things into the coffin.
Yeah,
Which
well,
I've
just
told that
slip it
story
in there.
before, right?
Yeah. No,
When my dad passed away, so I know I told this story before.
I don't remember.
So growing up, when my dad would pick me up from school, we'd always go by McDonald's.
Oh yeah, you told me this. Story. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
And he'd give me a Happy Meal. He'd pick me up from school, McDonald's Happy Meal. It's a wonder that I'm fat today.
I was going to
Because
say,
it
this
was-
is why you have cholesterol problems.
Yeah, it was Happy Meal or we'd go anywhere, then we'd stop by Tommy's south of town, and we'd get a box of Little Debbie snack cakes and a soda, and my dad would be like, we have to eat this whole thing before we get home.
Challenge accepted.
And so we
Hell yeah.
it'd always be like Nutty Bars because he loved Nutty
Honey
Bars.
buns.
No, it,
So
it was
was-
always Nutty Bars.
It wasn't like a bribe, like, I'm going to get you this, and I'm going to drink a 6-pack.
No. No, it was, he'd get a White Rock soda. I would get a White Rock soda and a box of Nutty Bars, which came 12 to the fucking box.
Now you can get even more.
12 or 6 packs, 12 Nutty
Yeah,
Bars.
you don't have to eat all of those.
No, we would have to eat all those before we got
Not
home.
to change the subject, have you seen Nutty Bars now? They're like, there's a new version that's like it's like kind of like a moon pie, but it's Nutty Bar.
No,
Yeah. I'm intrigued.
I've never seen that, but
No, I just saw
I don't like moon pies. Marshmallow. I'm out on marshmallow.
I think it's more like to me it looked more like an oatmeal pie. Like the cream like
Okay.
that. But instead of the
Okay.
oatmeal, it was Nutty Bar. Continue. I just had to get that out. Because I'm fat. I get excited when I see like food that I'll be like, oh, that'd be good.
So that was like the thing that we did.
Mhm.
So it was after school, McDonald's. If we went anywhere else together, Tommy's, snack cakes, soda, eat it before we got home. And if we didn't eat all of them, which I would eat like 1, maybe 2, he would eat 3, maybe 4. But anything left, he would just shove under his seat. And then we eat that on our way to wherever we went, and then we'd do it all over again.
It's awesome.
No
Makes me hungry
wonder
right now.
diabetes and we're fat and
It's all right.
it's weird, right?
Gotta live good. What's the point of living old if you're miserable? Not getting to have good stuff.
Until you have a heart attack in your sleep.
It's all right. You were happy till then. You didn't know you didn't do it. You want to live till you're 80 and have to eat vegetables all the time?
Anyway, so the McDonald's thing was because it was always the toys, and then like back then it was just each week would be a new toy,
They used to have the best toys.
right? Beanie Babies and all that shit. But so when my sister got older, he would do the same thing with her, not the snack cakes, but the McDonald's. But he always called me his McDonald's boy. Never did that for my sister that I know of.
So my dad
And if he
called
did,
me.
if he did, I'm gonna punch her in the mouth.
Yeah, he probably did.
Probably. But so with her though, he like my sister, she's very like, I've already got this one. Can you ask him to give me a different one? Type of thing.
She's turned the toy back.
Right. Yeah. So when my dad passed away, I'd gone to McDonald's and got a toy, and it was like a stuffed cheetah or whatever it was. And so I put that in his casket. He's buried now, and I get home, and the next morning I wake up, and that exact fucking toy is on my countertop. The fucking not like a similar the exact fucking toy was on my countertop. I put this stuffed cheetah thing in his, and a stuffed cheetah was on my fucking countertop, and I freaked the fuck out.
That's crazy.
Like I'm like, what the? And I told Tasha, I go, what the fuck? Like Tasha knew, she saw, and I go, what the fuck is this doing on my fucking countertop? Sometime during the night, my daughter had the same toy and put it on my
What are
countertop.
the odds
I
of
didn't know that for like a month.
But what are the odds of that anyway? That
Yeah. The exact fucking toy?
Yeah, and she just happened to.
Throw it on my countertop?
Yeah.
Dude, I lost my shit. I cried for fucking days.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this is the sign that my dad
Yeah.
is still, with us and blah, blah, blah. Dude, I lost my fucking shit. But it's just neat.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, it still could be the sign. She,
No, 100%.
She got that feeling to get that and put it up there for a
well,
reason.
because my dad has
Yeah.
has always told us, or had always told us, when I pass away, I'm going to give you a sign to let you know I'm okay.
Yeah.
And then that
was
I'm-
it.
And I went, fucking shit, dude.
That's crazy.
That was it.
Right. But anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know. Fuck, we got way off.
I can't believe
I
that.
want to be also cremated, but then it's just, what do you do with my ashes,
That reminded me
If you're going to get cremated, put it in the thing to spread them somewhere.
we were
right in your
talking
fucking
about
asshole.
I'm down.
we were talking about collecting shit. When my mom died, I got her Beanie Baby collection.
Oh, Lord.
I might have some money.
Which for a while was
Those used
worth
to-
a
I heard
lot
they're
of
like
fucking
worth-
money.
I
I
heard
know.
they're like worthless now. Like they used to be worth so much money, but there's got to be some.
She
of them
had some of the ones that you got from McDonald's, which
Well,
is supposed to be.
Those were the ones that
Yeah.
were like worth all the
Man,
fucking
so
money.
That craze was insane.
I know.
Wasn't it though?
My older sister was in on it, and she even had like a display case. This thing was like
That's what my mom.
this thing
had.
was like a dresser with glass doors on it,
Yeah.
display, and she had
It's called a curio cabinet.
whatever Cheerio cabinet. I like it.
Cheerios.
Cheerio.
But-
That's English version.
Yeah.
But
Cheerio.
she's got tons of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was that was big.
Dude, it was ongoing for
remember
years.
The troll dolls. Remember those things?
But I don't remember them being worth
Not
money.
like that. No, just people collected them.
Yeah.
They'd be everywhere with the hair.
But the Beanie Babies, you know, they were worth more if you kept the tie tag.
yeah, you had to have
on.
the tag on.
Yeah.
It's so there was the Cheetah was a Beanie Baby that I put in my dad's
Oh,
coffin.
okay.
And so at that time there was, but we'd get Addie just toys, and just she would be given toys, and sometimes I would look at them, and Beanie Babies aren't worth shit, the newer one, nowadays. But I'm always like, she'd immediately tag off the ear, and I'm like,
Yeah. No.
don't do that. I'm like, because I'm still thinking back to
Yeah.
those days. I'm
Yeah.
like, those are worth money.
They think back to you could very easily pull off. I know even you're slick, slipping your dad in the casket with them on.
Lift my mom up and
You could just take him in the bag. You'll just
just the bag,
Yeah, keep it. Ah!
just pour him in there.
You can do it.
That's what.
That's
but
ridiculous.
That's
They
what.
charge you extra.
That's
for that.
what
Why?
she. Yeah, because
Why? Why?
it's so much more. Yeah,
If it fits in there, what the?
but that's what she wants. She
Yeah.
wants him to be buried with her.
Sure. So you gotta make that happen.
No, I'm gonna make it happen. I don't give a shit what it is, but I'm gonna make that.
I want
happen.
you to sneak it in there. I want it to happen.
Fucking
I'll be there and I'll distract people
So-
up close to it.
Here's something that Dave doesn't know. When my house was built, that was shortly thereafter. Well,
It was built on an Indian
Indian
burial
burial
ground.
Indian burial ground.
Man,
So
So we were
he
we're
can
like-
bury animals there and they'll come back.
right.
God.
We're like four. I think this is going to be the fifth year that we've been in that house
Already?
God,
Damn.
I know, right?
That's crazy.
So my dad passed away in 2017, and what my brother Carlos did when they got before the ashes were back, he got vials and said, "Hey, one for me." Like the big bulk of it, my
Yeah.
mom has.
So y'all each got somebody.
We got-
Yeah, a little small urn
but he gave me
type thing.
he gave me two, and he goes, "I want you to put one of these into the concrete of your house."
Ah.
Oh, so you did it.
I did not, because by the time I got there, the concrete was dry as shit.
Oh, so,
So I planned on it, but it just
Hey,
did not
still,
happen.
so hey,
But
so
then, isn't that weird though? If I do sell that house
nah.
and my dad's ashes, and that
it's
was
not-
kind of my reservation.
Because it's not all.
I've
of
got a solution.
Okay,
Mortar bit, drill bit.
There you go.
We drill a hole,
Mm-hmm.
and anywhere in your house you want, and we'll pour the ashes in there, and then top it with some concrete.
my issue is still that if we ever sell that
Well,
house,
don't. It's in a little vial, right?
yeah,
Don't pour it out of the vial.
put the
Drill a
vial
hole.
in there.
Put the vial in there. Cover it up.
Uh-huh.
And then if you ever do, you can always drill it back out and take it with you.
And that's too much trouble.
But it's not the bulk of them anyway. So if you left them there, you're fixing to have another opportunity for some more
But the-
concrete on that land.
The problem is I told the cremator, the guy that does the cremation.
Crematory.
Yeah, I
Crem-
said just
Mortician?
give me his penis.
Jesus, that's bad.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't see that coming.
Okay.
Well, you're fixing to have an
So,
opportunity.
so it's like this big,
Damn, even an ash form is that big? God.
Imagine.
But I mean, you're fixing to have a. Pretty soon, you're going to have another opportunity.
I'm not. I definitely won't do it then either. I didn't do it to my house.
But you have two of them.
I do have
So
two.
where are they at right now?
Mm,
You don't know, do you?
I keep one in my pants. It's his
Like a
penis.
suppository.
No, they're both on my dresser.
I'll tell you, you should at least just leave it in the vials, have drill a hole, and then you can just take it with you if you ever leave.
Yeah, I won't do that. I'll just leave it in the vial that I have.
But you got two of them.
Well, I'll give one to
One to each kid.
Tristan, one to Addie,
Yeah.
and they're gonna go.
They're gonna be like, what the hell?
Fuck is this?
Look, it's your grandfather.
Your grandfather.
Jesus,
He's gonna haunt
That's
you.
his penis. That's his balls.
Oh,
Damn.
shit.
That dark quick.
It's weird. I don't know why you're talking about my dad's balls.
You brought it up.
Okay, on a different subject.
Well, I mean,
Do you?
I have
Enough-
something that would go with that subject.
Okay, go ahead. You gotta look it up.
Well, I gotta look at the. We have a Daniel and Blake's Death Corner. Sponsored by David Blue and his penis.
and his penis.
My penis.
Thank you.
It's a small sponsorship.
Here's the day's penis.
So, John, let me see what date this was. You may have heard a famous guitarist passed away.
Nope.
Okay, you didn't. On the 20th, John Skies, he was the guitarist for Whitesnake.
Oh,
I did not hear this.
Yeah, he passed away. That's why I was singing that song earlier. Is this love
Oh.
that I've... Yeah,
here I go again on my own.
most famous for Whitesnake, but he did play for Thin Lizzy and... But yeah, he just passed away at 65 years old. Cancer got him.
No shit.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't see, like, the TikToks, because it was all over TikTok of... You might have seen them playing the solos and didn't know why. There was a lot of people that was playing, like, the solo from that song.
From Here Is Love?
Is
Is this
love?
love? Is this love?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people playing that solo in there, and they were playing the solo for him, like a
No
tribute.
shit.
So he passed away.
Here's the funny thing. Ever since TikTok, we're not leaving Death Corner yet. Ever since TikTok went away and then came back, I'm not on it as much.
There's a conspiracy theory about that.
I'm literally not on it as much unless somebody sends me something. Then I'll scroll some, but I'm not on it as much as I used to be.
I'm on it
Is
about
that weird?
I'm on it about the same. I mean,
Yeah.
the only time I usually got on it was either...
Okay, keep
poop.
talking. I'm gonna
you
go pee.
got. We done with Death Corner? You said we weren't done.
Well, just because I wanted to talk about that. And now we're done with Death Corner. Boop, 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 ba-doop, 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 boop, 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 ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop.
You've done that enough now that it's like consistent.
Right.
You need to just record it or something. That needs to be
Yeah,
on the
you
sound
need
thing.
to have a
That's what I'm gonna
sound
say.
thing for that.
What was I talking about? Damn it! Oh, the TikTok conspiracy. I'll tell you. We'll wait till you get back because that's a new conspiracy about why they. There's a real.
Why the
reason-
downtime?
Yeah. Do you hear the conspiracy theory?
About like merging with Facebook or
No.
something?
No. I'll wait for Daniel to get back with that one, but yeah. R.I.P. to John Skies. Is that what it said? Great guitarist, great band. I mean, that you would have been like in high school then, huh, Dave? With
White
Snake.
Snake, yeah. Probably
bad.
so.
I mean, early '90s, right? So
Yeah, late 80s, early 90s.
so that's prime,
yeah.
prime.
Yeah, the chick that was in the videos,
Yeah,
Tanya Gatane.
Tanya Katay.
Yeah, laid out on the car hood and all that.
Yeah.
that was.
The
That
head singer, I can't remember what the head singer's name is for White Snake. He
The
Yeah.
lead singer? It's,
whatever. He did not. Where's mine?
Over there.
What's it doing over there? He did not age well. Remember, he
No,
was kind of
he's-
a heartthrob guy, and I remember I
Yeah,
was watching
he's
some interview, and I was
what's
like,
his name?
I was like, who's this dude they're talking to? And then I was like, oh shit,
He looks terrible.
he looks bad. Like some plastic surgery is probably.
Well, I mean, think about when we're talking about
yeah.
in the 80s.
Yeah,
Whoa,
he
come
looked-
on now.
He looked pretty bad.
David Coverdale?
Yes, he
Yeah.
looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
But that's the 80s we're talking about. I mean, it's not like we're talking about
I mean,
these guys that are.
but
2020,
You could
you know?
tell like it looked like he had some work done that didn't go right, like Mickey Rourke style, you know.
So Tawny Gatane was married to him.
Yes, that's why she's in the video.
I
Yeah, she
thought her
was-
name was Tanya, but it's Tawny.
It's Tawny Katane.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was hot in that video.
Vince
Dancing on the
Fontaine.
car and
Yeah.
shit.
Uh-huh.
Vince Fontaine.
It's
I don't know where
Okay,
I'm
so
going.
the TikTok theory, conspiracy.
Okay.
the reason why they went down just for that short amount of time because they didn't have to. Because now they're saying they really didn't have to close it because
I think it was to prove a point, but go ahead.
the reason was to reset people's algorithms because there were too many. Because there was a lot of conspiracy theory stuff on TikTok.
Oh yeah,
There was too many conspiracy theories on TikTok that were right, that weren't really conspiracies, but that were correct, and too many people that were getting too popular, so they had to reset everybody's algorithms so, they wouldn't get the feeds so much.
No political stuff.
There was two. That's the conspiracy theory.
Mine seems the same.
again, I'm not on it as much, but
Why didn't even see this one on TikTok?
here's what I'll tell you. I have gone to Facebook Reels. Dude, I'm getting deep into
Clown porn again.
clown porn again. No, I'm getting deep into Egypt.
I like that stuff.
Well, not just Egypt, ancient civilizations.
Okay.
Where they're saying that they said that the oldest person, humans, that were able to build civilizations, houses, walls, buildings. I don't know the numbers, but I'm going to say was 10,000 years ago. But then they find this other place
It's way older.
that's way older than that is a built civilization. But if they said people didn't really start building until this time, this completely destroys what they thought or what they say. And then you go back to Egypt and there's
I'm
this.
still down with the catastrophic event happened
Right,
that reset us back to the Stone Age,
right.
and we went a different way than
How
the
went.
humans went
You know-
before. And it makes the most sense because they still don't know some of the shit they look at. They're like, to this day, they still don't know how they fucking did that.
Well,
Yeah.
just the
big rocks and all that
It's
shit.
because they were
Yeah.
using technology that is completely different than the technology we use now because
And
they went a different way.
every structure built has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller throughout history. So you have the megalith places, Machu Picchu, the pyramids in Egypt, Stonehenge, where there are tons rocks built. But then how the fuck they do that? Blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
because you got like a 500-ton stone that they can prove was like from 200 miles away.
Yeah.
How did they get it over here? And
Right.
Stonehenge is kind of the same way. They've dated some of them rocks to come from some other. And they still don't really know what the hell that thing was.
Right. And then it's just anyway. I'm getting deep into that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
and,
It will take you.
and I'm making notes, and I want to do a podcast
Yeah.
on it one of these days. I don't want to get into it now.
I mean, you
but,
you easily could spend hours going down that.
but it's
rabbit
just
hole.
there's just so much that 100% says that there's obviously technology that we don't have, and even though it's like because everything back then is built with like copper tools is what they had. Can't dig through granite. I don't give a shit what they say. You can't. Granite's harder than diamond is what or whatever. Harder than
Yeah.
steel or whatever. You can't use copper tools to chisel away
That's
at
what I'm
that
saying,
shit and make those perfect right angles and all. Anyway, and all made out of one piece of stone, one piece of granite. You can't do it, and so there has to
And
be
they're like surgically, like them holes are cut.
right
Like,
perfectly.
so I'm saying, so the resetting.
There has to be
We had like
many
a
resets, many resets.
Yeah, I mean, and every time some catastrophic event happens, not everybody dies, but a majority of the Earth dies. It knocks us back to the freaking Stone Age, and then we just creep back again.
Well, like Machu Picchu was buried.
I should beat you.
You should beat me. Machu Picchu was buried. Like they can actually tell you that it was buried, and they've only dug up 10% of it, and then they've just stopped it. And they say it's because of funding. I don't believe that even in a little bit. But Machu Picchu was buried right before the Great Flood happened, which is in every fucking
Yeah,
culture.
yeah. There's definitely
Every culture says there was a Great Flood.
Great Flood. And they can see like where they think they found, like one guy thinks he found. You probably saw the same thing where he thinks he found
Noah's Ark.
that in the mount, the
Yeah.
mount, and also what they think was lost city of Atlantis. Now it's like in the middle of a desert.
Oh, in Egypt.
But
I mean,
you
not
can
in
it's in the middle
Africa.
of the, and you can see like the
The
circle, and you can see the
what's it
ripples
called?
from like the
salt,
and the sand from the
water.
huge waves. You
Yeah.
can tell, like all that used to be water. And
Well,
now
they
it's
they
like-
know that was very lush. And,
Yeah, it all used to
and
be
had
water.
vegetation all over it.
I
Never,
mean, that they said like 400 years ago.
yeah.
There's a lot of places in the Sahara that had rivers and shit that had already changed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie.
There's
Sahara,
just
by the way.
so much, dude. Not the Sahara.
No, that's a movie. Good movie too.
Oh, the Sahara.
It's just called Sahara.
Oh.
It's
It's got
weird
Matthew
your
McConaughey.
algorithm is that because
Well, that's Facebook though.
yeah, but I mean, almost all mine is like naughty girls dancing and midget porn. And,
I don't know why you're. Just
yeah, I know it's weird.
tried to
Somebody
purposely-
else has been on my phone.
I've tried to purposely sometimes like reset mine, like start searching other things that are way different just to see how much it like really
We
how
should-
long it takes to start.
We should get his phone and look some shit up. We could.
I just lost it.
Just
No.
put that algorithm right back to where it was.
I just locked it. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that I was addicted to Afrin?
Yes. We talked.
Have I
about
talked
this.
about that?
Addicted to what?
Afrin,
Afrin.
like the nose spray that helps
Oh,
clear your
okay.
Did we not
sinuses.
talk about this? I've talked about this with somebody because my grandpa
I don't remember.
was hardcore.
But if
No
if we did,
spray.
listen,
I've heard of that.
if we did
happening.
listen
Oh,
again,
my grandpa,
if we didn't, here you go.
no spray in his overall.
I thought you meant you like girls with afros.
No,
Well, that too.
Afrin.
That too.
Afrin.
I'm married La Tasha.
Ah,
So
no, my grandpa was he was hitting no spray all the time.
So there was a time in my life where I've always said I don't have allergies, but I clearly have some sort of allergy in my nose
Have-
every now and then,
What's that?
whatever it is.
Yeah.
So one day Tasha goes, "Here's some Afrin," which is just like back then it was just like a bottle you
Yeah.
squeezed and it
It's good
squirted the
stuff,
shit in your
too.
nose.
yeah.
Dude, it's fucking awesome.
I hate that feeling.
Oh,
though.
I love it. Like Chance can't take it. I love it.
I
Really?
do
Like,
too.
she had got like
It's
got
like
some.
it's like eye drops. I fucking can't get them in
She
my
had got-
eyes. It fucking
Those
my-
are weird to me too. I can't do eye drops, dude.
she had got like some prescription kind.
No,
that
yeah.
was really strong, and she'd like, I'd grab it and just be like just I loved it, like
Mm-hmm.
just almost like doing a line of coke.
So she brought. She.
I mean, I assume.
I assume.
You gotta edit that out.
So the first time I did it, and it's like you do 2 squirts in each nose,
It's good.
and it was like immediately,
Yeah.
like I couldn't
Clear.
breathe,
Boom.
and immediately I could fucking breathe, and I went, "Oh, that's cool."
And then also,
Dude, I love that.
That also
Gives you a little
it
rush.
boosts your adrenaline.
Yeah, gives you a little ruch. So
Have
I'm
you
just-
seen the movie Crank?
Yes,
I'm intrigued.
They
Have
used
you seen the movie
Afrin.
Crank?
I don't know. Maybe.
It's one with Jason
He's
Statham when
Afrin.
he's like a
Nose-
hitman.
Or was he saying nose spray or Afrin or whatever
Yeah,
it is?
he's like a hitman, and these guys give him
His
like
heart.
these guys poison him where his heart's gonna stop, but he has to keep it going. So he's doing all these crazy things.
You ever
to
seen the
keep-
movie Speed, where they have to keep the bus above 55
Yeah.
miles an
It's
hour?
like he has to keep himself.
Same thing, but with his heart.
And it's great because his doctor is Dwight Yoakam, which is awesome. But he's at a drugstore trying to get like.
He ain't got no fucking band, Randy.
Yeah, he's trying to. He's at a hospital.
I love him as an actor.
Yeah, he's trying to get.
Get the fuck out of my house, Randy.
That goes for cocksuckers.
It goes for cocksuckers and retards.
But he's a good actor.
Yeah.
But so he plays this like doctor that he keeps calling on the phone, and he tells him to get adrenaline. So he goes to like a pharmacy trying to get, and, like, we can't give it to you. And then all of a sudden this guy's like, Psh, bro, no spray,
No spray, no spray.
spray has, And the guy that was doing it was Chester from Lincoln Park, playing like
Oh.
a small part. Mm-hmm. So he just starts hitting that nose spray up. He's shocking himself. That movie's crazy. They even did the second.
Can you still get this stuff
Afrin's
over the counter?
don't fucking do it, dude.
Over the counter?
So here's what
I don't. They're kind of more strict with it, but you can still
Not
get
with
it.
Afrin. Afrin's fucking. You just
can
buy
get
that over the
dose.
counter.
Yeah.
So
Well, I know my grandpa. He did it all the time. So
so after the first time, and I could fucking breathe, and then like day 2, and I can't breathe, and I'm just like shh, and I'm just all day long just Afrin up
it's
my
just
fucking nose.
only two sprays
Yeah.
every.
Yeah, only 2 sprays every so many hours, and blah blah
Daniel's
blah.
doing his nose is bleeding.
And So the directions say, do not use longer than 3 days. After 3 days, you need to say, go talk to your doctor.
Yeah, because you got something wrong with you.
Yeah, there's something wrong. Maybe you need Sudafed or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And well, after 3 days, Afrin cures everything I have wrong with me. Because I can just, and now I can fucking breathe till my heart's content.
I'm the same way with Aleve D.
Oh, yeah.
That shit cures everything. That's the shit you have to ask for behind the counter
Well,
at
it's
the
just
pharmacy.
you have to ask for, if we ever get colds, Advil cold and sinus.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to ask for
Yeah.
it. That shit's a wonder drug. I don't know what's in it, but that stuff's pretty good.
So now let's skip to about, 8 years later.
And you're just hooked on it still.
And I, every fucking day, am shooting Afrin up my nose. And here's where it gets terrible. It is so bad, because you're only supposed to use it so many hours.
Yeah.
Once you spray
So
your
now you're
nose, then
getting
you have
to if
so
you-
many hours. And then, so now I'm at the point, and we talked about this after we DJ'd last
Yeah,
weekend.
because we were sitting at the vault. We went to refs after
After
just to have
DJ.
and we're both sitting there for about 45 minutes an hour, but both of our noses are starting to stop up.
For
I'm like-
some reason.
I'm like,
And they don't
"Stop it."
smoke in there. It's not,
No.
it's not like,
But both of our noses were like, then he
Stopping up.
and then he started talking about the.
yeah. So fast forward 8 years later after the first time I used it, I have an Afrin in my pocket, an Afrin in my backpack, which is always with me, an Afrin on my desk at work, an Afrin on my nightstand, an Afrin in my bathroom, an Afrin in Tasha's purse, an Afrin in my truck, an Afrin in Tasha's vehicle.
He's a freaking crackhead.
I have an Afrin on the kitchen counter, an Afrin on my desk at home,
and
just
one up his butt.
fucking Afrin everywhere. I have a bottle, and those bottles are like $10, $15 a piece. But I have a bottle fucking everywhere. And if the one that is here runs out, I buy a new one, even though I have 37 other ones that are full. But I buy another one to make sure I have one with me at all fucking times because I couldn't breathe. And then finally I got to the point where I'm like, I've got $300 worth of Afrin at any given time around me at some point.
He's got it stashed all over the place.
Like it's fucking literally. That's not a fucking joke. Everywhere.
So
I had
did you
a
have to
bottle
go
of
to
Afrin.
Afrin rehab?
I
Or what?
did. So there was one time I got tired of it, and I realized that no, you're just addicted to fucking Afrin. It's not that you need it; you're addicted to it, and it's because you've used it for so fucking
now your
long.
body's used to it too.
That your
So
body
it's not
needs it.
fighting. Now, if you don't do it,
Now it's
you-
those fucking packets y'all doing.
It got to the
The what?
cocaine.
Oh,
Those little that.
Oh, it's addiction. Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
but that's cool. That's just nicotine.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. That's fine.
They said nicotine's good for you.
It's in your mouth, not your nose.
That's right. But it got to the point where Tasha, me and Tasha, and we had another couple with us. We went
Speaking of
to like a Rangers game or a Cowboys game or something, and the one I had was empty, or I didn't have. I don't remember what it was. Either I didn't have one, Tasha didn't have one with her. For some reason, I just didn't have
Instant
fucking Afrin.
panic mode.
And the
I
more
see the
you,
look on your face.
the more you panic about it, the worse it gets that you can't fucking breathe.
Let's look this up.
And so on the,
Afrin.
yeah,
on-
it's highly addictive.
So on the way home, we stopped on Cherry Street at that 7-Eleven right across the street from the IHOP. And I go, if we don't fucking stop somewhere for me to get something to fucking spray in my nose, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. So we stopped in there and they had like fake Afrin.
Yeah.
And
Fake ass
the
shit.
minute I sprayed it up my nose, dude, my whole night went to perfect and I was great. And that was the night that I said never again. Like after that night, I said never again. So I told Tasha, I go, I'm going to be like a drug addict coming off of fucking drugs. So please just have patience with me. I'm going to be an asshole. I'm not going to mean to be, but it's just because I'm fiending for something that I don't need. And about a week and a half later,
Go on.
I was done. And
Fucking
I
think-
haven't used it since.
Like I said, but I know my grandpa.
I am now probably, I'm going to say 10. That may be too long, but I'm going to say 10 years clean from Afrin.
So Walmart has it for $7.46 now.
Well, that's cheaper than it was because it was like $10 to $15.
I was like, all the
Oh
bottles.
no! I bought. Is that the squirt bottle or is that the spritz bottle? Because I always bought the extra strength Afrin or whatever it was.
This is the original.
Yeah, so I bought the extra
Good old
strength
white
one.
bottle that you just squeeze.
Yeah, the squeeze
Afrin.
bottle. Yeah, so that one is fine.
Yeah.
Like it would work in a pinch. Like that night when I was like, I've got to get fucking something. That's what I bought.
That's what my grandpa had.
But I had this other one that was like the Flonase or whatever it is, the prescription one. I
Yeah,
bought
what-
that
yeah.
one. But that was like extra
Yeah,
strength.
It's good stuff.
Dude,
But,
it's like even today, like when I get like stuffy, I'm like, dude, I need some
He
Afrin.
starts like,
But
he's
yeah,
like
I
a
start,
crackhead. He's like,
hey, you got any of that crack?
I suck your dick for some Afrin.
I suck your dick for some Afrin. But I'll never put it in my nose again. Like even though I know I'm gonna breathe right now, I fucking won't do it because I'm gonna be 8 years down the road sucking your dick for Afrin.
Let's get him some. I know a guy. I won't say his name on here, but he
Got
has.
a guy.
I think
Got
I
a
told you
guy.
when we were. He got hooked on chapstick.
What?
He would do chapstick all the time.
I know a guy that is currently addicted to chapstick.
He
But
would
go
do,
ahead.
I mean, he would do and it was the old school chapstick, right?
Yeah.
He'd do it all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. And when he finally decided he was going to kick it, his lips and everything had got so used to it, I guess, that they swelled up. Like it looked like he had took like a curling iron like to him because his lips and everything were so used to having.
Looked like he had Botox
Yeah.
injections or whatever.
And it went away finally, but it was like, God damn, what's in this shit?
But was
It's
it like
just like
chapstick?
wax.
Chapstick.
It's just like wax.
Like I said,
Just protects your
like I said,
lips from the wind.
We talked about
No, because chapstick is like medicated.
Yeah,
Like the one you used to get in the white jar with the yellow top.
that's the good shit. That's Carmex.
I'm just talking about.
Carmex.
Carmex.
is what
I'm
talking
thinking about the white
No,
thing
and
with
it
the
was
black
called-
label.
Yeah, and it was called chapstick.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
He used it so much that when he finally stopped using it,
It fucked him up.
yeah. But no,
Jesus.
I love the Carmex. To me, that smelled so good in the little glass jar. With
Oh
the yellow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chess loves she has the Burt's Bees.
hmm
That's pretty good. It gets a good little burn. I only use it like,
When you kiss her.
yeah, not on the mouth.
Oh.
No, but
It gives a little tingle down there.
because when it's cold and windy, sometimes you'll be like, man, my lips are chapped a little bit. I'll hit it once, and it's usually that's good enough. I got plenty of other addictions. I don't need to be hooked on this stuff. My favorite kind of chapstick is cocaine.
Okay.
That's Theo. You see that Theo one where he's like, man, my favorite kind of weed was cocaine.
You had mentioned
Oh, Theo.
Chester
Yeah.
from Lincoln Park.
Yes.
And I told you that I had met Chester one time.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't believe
No,
you went
but
this.
that was Chester the molester.
That was Chester Cheetah.
I couldn't believe that you went this long without telling me the story that you actually met
So
Chester from Lincoln Park.
I love Lincoln Park so much. And I don't know why I love them
They're
so
good.
much.
I love
But it was
them.
just
Yeah.
something about the music. And I still listen to it today. I still love
for
Lincoln
sure.
Park. But it's just something about the music that I fucking loved Lincoln Park.
When they first came out, I was like obsessed. You can ask Chess because we had, I guess it would have been like 2001 ish.
Mm-hmm.
And that first song, the "Shut Up When I'm Talking to You" or whatever. I was like, "Shut up when I'm talking to you." It was kind of that first like merge of rap and metal.
rap and
though.
metal,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, Lincoln Park did it. I mean, Limp Bizkit kind of had, but
I did love Limp Bizkit too, though.
oh yeah, it was that. What do they call it? What do they call that? Neo metal or something like that.
Riddle.
But there was a no
Nettle.
Riddle.
Riddle?
It was like what was that? There was a.
It was called Rack.
I'll look it up while you're talking. Tell your
Anyway,
Chester story.
so like I loved it so much that Chester got his lip tattooed. Not Libre, but his lip tattooed with the circle around it, And so I went, dude, I love this guy. I love the way he sings. I love how he sounds. Went and got my lip tattooed. Go home, and I'm fucking 18, 19 at this time.
Your lip.
Yeah, I still have the
Oh, up here.
yeah, like here.
I thought
Not
you
as-
meant down there.
Not his,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
his vagina.
Not my vagina. Yeah.
Okay.
And I go home, and my mom and my dad are like, especially my dad. He's like,
Yeah, he's
"What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, what? He's like, "What is that?" Because I just new metal. I had just got my
Okay.
I just got it done.
NU metal.
Yeah, so now I'm like playing with it, like my tongue is hitting the ring, going from side to side, just playing with it.
Tattooed like inside.
No, it's
tongue.
Oh,
like
ring.
a-
Oh, I
like
thought
a-
you
like
said
a- you got-
tattooed.
no an earring, like an
Lip
earring on my
piercing.
lip.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and my dad's just looking at me like, "What the fuck is wrong with
Just
you?"
like complete disappointment.
Yeah, he's just like, "What the?
He's
What
like,
are you
I knew,
doing?"
I knew I raised.
I'm
I
like,
knew he
and
was-
and honestly, this night we were playing poker, like just as a family, we were just all playing poker, and he just keeps looking at me like, "Is this real? Like, what the fuck are we
it's
doing?"
like, I knew.
Anyway,
I
so
knew he was gay.
probably.
So
So
it's been queering out there.
So I got that done because I saw he did it. Because I'm like, oh, I just love Lincoln Park and I love Chester.
Yeah. It's my hero.
And if I had, at the time I did have hair, and he had his hair blonde, but I wasn't brave enough to go blonde hair.
You,
But
Oh,
was,
you- didn't
you
it
didn't
one-
have hair. I mean,
well,
Didn't at one time you had like streaks or something, frosted tips, something?
that was in my underwear.
Didn't you have something?
No,
You didn't.
I did one time throw peroxide in my hair because I heard that kind of.
Yeah, it makes
Sun
it look-
bleaches your
I remember your
hair.
hair being like a different color, like
That was terrible. It was
like
stupid.
Eminem style, a little
Yeah.
bit.
But then, so we go to me, Carlos. This was shortly after Sean and me and Carlos got into that big fight, close to the apartment wedding.
The tire iron fight.
Anyway, so I had all those pins and shit in my hand. So we ended up going to a Linkin Park concert. Me and Carlos did. And Carlos had a couple of buddies of his with him, and I just tagged along.
You're so
and-
excited.
Dude, I'm fucking stoked. Dude, I can't tell you how fucking just as happy as when I take a puff of Afrin. That's how happy I was.
And he's doing it at the same time.
Yeah,
Ah, wow.
Just I'm like, do you want some, Chester? Anyway, so we're crowd surfing, like not we, but everybody's crowd surfing. Lincoln and Chester's up there, and what's the other guy's name? Oh, Asian guy.
molester.
Yeah, yeah.
The rapper guy.
Yeah.
I forget his
What's
name
his
though.
damn name?
I forget his name because he's still doing music.
Yeah,
a lot of producing.
They
a lot
have a
of-
new. They have a. They're out again. They have
Yeah.
a new. They replaced him with a
Not
chick.
as- not
and
as
I'm
good.
like, get the fuck.
Not
out
as
of here.
good. Anyway, so he starts crowd surfing. Like all these people are crowd surfing. I like this might have been the second concert I've ever been to, but never like a rock.
Hold up. So this is where people like hover and people hold them up.
Oh yeah,
over- okay,
roll them
okay,
around the
okay.
crowd. Right?
I'm with you.
And so Chester didn't crowd surf. He got on his like security guy's shoulders, and now he's walking around the crowd singing. And so I look at my brother Carlos and I said, with my broke ass fucking bullshit hand, I said, I'm gonna crowd surf. There was a guy in a wheelchair crowd surfing before I did, and I saw that's when I went. That guy can do it. I can too. So everybody just throws me out. Like I tell everybody around me, throw me up.
Mike.
Yes. And so they fucking throw me up and I'm crowd surfing and they take me straight to Chester and Chester singing that song.
No shit.
And so we are singing together
That's awesome.
and he fucking fist bumps me on my broke ass hand.
And he said, and then he noticed. He's like, that guy's got a big boner.
He goes, that guy's got a boner and 4 Afrin.
That's awesome though.
And they immediately drop me to the floor.
Oh, shit, with your fucking hand.
And now I have to find my brother because he's the one that drove me there.
That's awesome though. That's what a fucking concert's supposed to be.
Dude, it was the greatest, honestly, greatest fucking concert I've ever been to. First only to my second favorite concert was a Tejano concert that I went to at the State Fair. Shelly Lares. We're there.
Not the one at Trader's Village.
No, not that one.
Oh.
This was Shelly Lares at State Fair. So it was Tejano Day. And so I go with some friends of the family. And so we're there. My parents didn't go, but we're there with them and we're hanging out. And they're like, Shelly Lares is playing. And I loved her back then. So we go there and we're like at the back. But there wasn't a shit ton of people there.
I'd
But
have
we're
loved to get to see Salinas.
I would have loved to have seen that too.
She was good.
Yeah. So we're there and she's singing this song and like the music stops and she's going on with this note. Ah! And then I loved her. She was hot, dude. And I just went, I love you. Just yelled it as loud as I could. And she goes, I love you too. And I went, I fucking knew it.
He's like, married.
We're married now.
Best
Dude,
concert I ever
Fucking
went
great.
was actually Ozfest, so it was like a festival.
Mm-hmm.
Ozfest 2000.
Okay.
One part that was funny was because it was hot as balls, and you have a lot of people going to this festival that looked like they were vampires, like out of their
Ozzy,
like,
of
like
course.
they hadn't been in the sunlight,
Well,
and they're just
okay.
and they're just dropping like flies. Like we're waiting in line to get in this bitch. It's like 10 in the morning, and it's already like in the 90s because it's during the summer, and they're just fading out, just dropping like flies. And I'm like, well, they ain't been seeing
And
the
you're moving up in the line.
Of course.
They ain't
He's
seen
like
the-
just
so
kicking
we-
him out of the way.
So this lineup was really good. Mario went with me because Mario
Yeah.
was into metal drums and everything like that. So they always have like and Ozfest used to come. I don't even know if they do it anymore, but they used to come through like every year. They do like a country tour, and Ozzy would like have
Country?
they do like a
Like country and western?
no like they
Like
tour the
out in the country, I think.
But Ozzy would always have two stages. He'd have like the main stage would be like the big headliners,
Mm-hmm.
but then he'd also have like some new people on the second stage, and like any
Next
place
up on the main stage.
any place they went to, they'd let some local bands like play there too.
Yeah.
Well, it's big in Dallas because that's where. So Pantera was playing this one, and
Pantera, I love 'em.
Pantera's from Dallas, so Ozfest there's going to be a huge one. Pantera's playing, but we're watching the first stage first, and there's like some good. So then this band, everybody wanted to see them. This band was called, you might know them. I don't know if you do. Kitty. They were all girl metal band. So I'm like, I'm intrigued. I got to see this shit.
Definitely intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
And this chick gets up there, and she's got a wife beater on and some piercings. And I'm looking at her, I was like, if I had all that shit on her face, she'd be kind of hot. She's got short hair with the blonde hair like Daniel's.
Thanks.
And we get up there, and she gets up there, and everybody's kind of quiet because they're waiting because nobody knows who the fuck this band is. And she just gets up there, and I remember she's like, "Get the fuck up!" And they just bust into mosh pit. And so and then the final band on the second stage before the main stage started, you could tell this band was fucking good. Like I'm like, these guys are fucking good. It was Disturbed,
Oh, yeah.
like before they ever were big.
Get up. Come on, get down with the sickness.
But they were doing that. I'm my people in the left ring, and I was like,
The sickness, yeah.
these guys are. You could tell they were good. I mean, the next year, Kitty and Disturbed started touring with Pantera to open for them.
Hell yeah.
So the headliners were POD,
Okay.
Godsmack,
Love it.
Pantera,
Love it.
and the first time Ozzy had got back with Black Sabbath. In
Oh,
like 10
shit.
years.
Okay.
And the funniest part of it, Ozzy would come out during the day and talk to the crowd,
Oh, really?
and you couldn't understand a
fucking word he said.
But when he performed,
But that's the weird
perfect.
part.
Like you could.
When
he
he's-
sounded
when
he
he's
sounded,
singing-
he sounded just when he talked you couldn't understand a word he said. When he sang,
Kitty.
perfect. Yeah, she had like that's the head singer, the chick with the. But when back in the day it was like boy cut, bleach blonde hair.
Wow.
But they could fucking go, and like I said, they started opening. Them and Godsmack them and Disturbed were opening from Pantera, and that was like a year to maybe a year or two before like the Pantera kind of broke up.
Mm-hmm.
So we got
Well, they broke up because
the,
people died.
well no they
Thanks for
they
bringing-
broke up. But
Thanks for. Oh, they did. You're right.
because they were in separate.
But thanks
band.
for bringing that up.
But
Jerk.
they freaking
Dave, what? You ever been to concerts? Any big memorable concerts?
Man,
man
mine's
he was there for like the Beatles
I've
like
n-
first concert. and stuff.
Woodstock.
I've only been to. Thank you. Fuck you.
I'm gonna go
Country
pee.
bands.
I'm gonna listen, but I'm gonna go pee.
Country bands.
Yeah,
I mean, Clint
go.
Black.
yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And you know who opened for Clint Black? Merle Haggard.
Holy shit!
Yes. He said, come out, and all he did was walk up to the microphone, and he goes, could be holding you tonight. And everybody got their lighters and lit them. And
So I saw Willie at Billy Bob's.
Mm.
He was good. And that's when my brother-in-law was like a house band for Billy Bob's. So he'd get us in like the concerts all the time. But he was telling us like Willie would get paid like every time he did Billy Bob's, he's getting paid like $10,000 in cash. Had to be in cash, and they had to deliver it to him in like a boot, and like the biggest bouncer would like take it to him. I saw not David Allen Coe, maybe. No, he would have been.
What singer was it? It was on a movie where he would get paid in cash and he didn't know how to count money. Was it Johnny Cash?
No, I don't think so. Willie would always get paid in cash because
Oh no, it was
he didn't want to pay taxes.
no, it was somebody that was blind.
Ray Charles.
Ray Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Is it gonna be Ray or Stevie?
yeah he only wanted to be paid in like $5 bills because then
Yeah,
he knew how to count it out in $5 bills.
And I've seen we talking about country Stoney the Roo a couple times. He was good. Saw him at like city limits to Stephenville
Yeah.
and at Billy Bob's once. Doug Stone back in the day.
Haven't seen Doug Stone.
Travis Tritt.
Mm.
So where my grandma's from is Poteet, Texas.
Mm-hmm. Down by San
Down by
Antonio.
San Antonio, small town.
Yep.
But they always have this big festival called the Strawberry Festival, and it's huge. And they would always have some big headliners playing.
Yeah.
Thing. Like I said, that's where I saw Doug Stone, Travis Tritt, Little Texas, George Strait playing at the festival. George was from Poteet. That's where he was born. So
I seen Asleep at the Wheel.
Seen
Oh, that's dangerous.
Turnpike.
Yeah.
Y'all
Diamond Rio. Of course, Co, because I'm a Co fan.
Yeah.
My first concert to go to by myself with my brother Carlos. Do y'all remember Rockfest?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That Rockfest was the free concert they did at Texas Motor Speedway, and you could go get tickets at Blockbuster. Just free.
I forgot
I
about the
remember
ones I
that.
went to the races and seen too.
And it was like
Concerts.
95, 96.
Yeah, it would have been like we're in high school, but
Yeah, it was like 95, 96. So I was probably a sophomore. You were probably a
freshman.
freshman.
Yeah.
95,
They
96.
graduated for like 10 years. So
No, 4.
sorry.
Oh, she's not that much older than
Tomato.
us. Yeah. 10, 5, whatever. You
Yeah.
know? So the night before, gotta get tickets. They're gonna fucking Blockbuster won't have enough for everybody to
Yeah.
go. So we go to Blockbuster. I'm like, me and Carlos. I'm like 47 tickets. I need 110 is what I need, and then just like here's a stack.
Here,
Take them
fine,
all.
yeah.
They didn't give a shit. They were just like, take them all. So the night before, we're like, okay, I'm gonna spend the night at Carlos's house because we're gonna go. It's a fucking all day concert.
Mm-hmm.
Starts early in the morning, goes till fucking late at night. The Wallflowers were there.
Look
Look it up. Look it up. Bush was there. Fuck, who all was there? There was anyway. While he's looking it up, there was a shit ton of great '90s alternative bands there. Rockfest '96, I think it was 95, '96, somewhere in there. And so Carlos and I stayed the night at his house. I was still in high school. Stayed the night at his house. I think my girlfriend at the time stayed the night at his house too. And so Carlos and I decided we're just going to stay up all night. We're sitting there drinking, bullshitting. It was like on a Saturday, so Friday night and they're all sleeping, sitting there drinking. I'm like, Carlos, dude, like we're going to be fucking tired tomorrow. We got to drive, and then we have an all day fucking concert. And he goes, I got you taken care of. Don't worry about it.
I got some Afrin.
Don't worry about it. And so he introduced me to Mini Thins.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Mini Thins?
Mm-hmm.
Those were
Diet medication.
yeah, but it was what's the you can't take it. You can't buy it anymore.
what was
Ephedrine.
Yeah.
Amphetamine.
Yeah.
Ephedrine.
Amphetamine.
What something like ephedrine, amphetamine, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So that they had, and then he goes, and we'll buy a bunch of no-dos. So we'll just eat Mini Thins and take no-dos.
It was Rockfest, right?
Rockfest, yeah. Like 96, 95, 96, maybe 94, but I doubt it. I think it was 95, 96, somewhere around there. Maybe 97, I don't know. And so that's what we did. We stayed up all night drinking.
The same year the Cowboys won the Super Bowl.
The last year.
No, it had to be after that then.
The last year.
Yeah.
That was the last 95 season, 96 Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That was also the last time that we're in the NFC Championship game. Now we're the longest team in the NFC. Thanks, David, for figuring it out.
So that's what we did. The next morning, now we're just like Mini Thins. I don't know what that is. Literally, even to this day, don't, because the pills were like Tic Tacs, even smaller, like a half a Tic Tac. Each pill was
Damn, you weren't lying. 97. 97 Blockbuster Rock Fest.
what's that lineup? Does
It was the
say?
10th one in history. Bush, No Doubt.
No Doubt.
Counting Crows.
Oh, no doubt.
Counting Crows, yeah,
Matchbox 20.
just great.
Third Eye Blind.
So,
Great.
no
Collective
doubt.
Soul. Jewel. The
Oh,
Wallflowers.
Collective Soul. I
Sugar
love it.
Ray.
Yeah, a
Paula
huge lineup.
Cole. Soak and Souls. I don't know who that is. But
So
good God.
yeah, great fucking lineup for the '90s.
That's like,
No doubt was Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
Oh,
and she
yeah.
was married to
She
Gavin
was married
Rossdale
to-
from
Yeah,
Bush.
yeah, yeah.
but damn.
Great fucking
Third
lineup,
Eye
right?
Blind's like one of the bands that you always hear that makes you think of high school.
Third Eye Blind.
Third Eye Blind's one of them.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jumper. I wish,
Wish
you
you
would
could-
step back
Yeah.
from that
But
ledge,
damn, that's a
my
lineup.
friend.
97.
So we drive over there. Carlos drives over there. We're all in his car. Drives over there, and we're fucking just hopped up on no dos and mini thins.
Ooh.
And I'm just following my brother's lead because I don't know what the fuck I'm taking. No dos, I know what that is. Mini thins, no idea what the fuck that is. He's just saying, just take more. And I'm like,
Shit'll
okay.
make you feel like you're running through a wall.
So we're just fucking, and then whatever that last band you said, because that was like the lineup
Soak or something
from
like
start
that.
to no. Soak was the number 2 band.
Souls.
Collective Soul?
No.
No, Collective Soul was there. This
Yeah.
is just Souls.
So Souls was the first band up there.
Okay.
Then Soak came up, and Soak was a good band. They didn't make it
I
anywhere.
don't remember them.
Well,
They're like a local Texas band.
I heard them there, and so I went to the tent, the merch tent, after they were done, because who was after them?
Paula Cole.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Paula
Yeah.
Cole. So I went to their merch tent. I bought me a shirt, my favorite shirt that I ever had. It glowed in the dark. It had a skull on it, Soak across
You
the
still
back.
have it?
I don't anymore. I wish I did.
Damn.
It was a great shirt though. And I bought their CD. And they signed my shirt and they signed my CDs for me. Cool. Listen to their CD all the time. Great music. I honestly don't remember any of their songs, but I did enjoy them.
look
That's why I
it
bought
up.
it. But I love that shirt. Great shirt. Paula Cole was there and then right after Paula Cole.
Sugar Ray.
Okay, so Paula Cole, then when I came back, it had to have been her then, because it was Soak. I went to their merch tent, and when I came back, there was a girl singer on the stage. It had to have been her
Yeah,
then.
it had to be her.
Girl singer on the stage. People were like up. All the people were like we were sitting up back, back in the back. But the girl that was singing on stage yelled out, "Show me your dicks!"
Had to be her.
And then she starts flicking the bean
No kidding.
on stage.
Wow.
So it had to have been her then.
Yeah, because then it was Sugar Ray, the Wallflowers,
Many
Jewel-
things gave you a
Jewel-
good
And
memory.
Jewel wouldn't have not have done that.
Collective Soul, which I saw them too. They were awesome.
So-
I used to love Collective
So
Soul.
Wallflowers,
God, they were good.
Wallflowers. I saw.
Don't drink the water from
my
my field. Baby, nails for me out.
Yeah, I saw them. I had like 3 of their CDs. They were. I remember the blue and white one.
So Wallflowers comes out,
They were good.
and I loved Wallflowers. And
We were talking
that's
about
when
albums you can play like from start to finish. That's
Wallflowers,
one of them.
everything fucking
One
hit
headline.
me,
Oh God.
and I just fucking passed out.
Oh.
I passed out. My favorite band is Bush. Like back then,
They were the
it was
last
Bush
band to
and no fucking doubt.
They were playing right there. Boom boom.
And I missed every fucking bit of it. 'Cause I just
Glycerin.
I just cashed out.
Don't let the days go by.
And Counting Crows, you missed that. So that means
I missed so much.
So that
I
means-
love the Counting Crows
That means
too.
you missed the Wallflowers, Jewel, Collective Soul, Third Eye Blind, Matchbox 20, Counting Crows, No Doubt.
He
missed
missed the whole fucking
every
concert.
missed every fucking one of them.
Those are all like
And you were passed out on the ground?
Yeah,
Where?
just on the ground.
they just leave you
Ju-
there.
no, we had like a blanket that we all sat down on because we were so far back. No one
Okay,
was,
okay.
Lon's,
and I just fucking cashed out. I just done because no sleep before.
Yeah.
Like I was at school, went straight to Carlos's
What's
house.
funny
We
is-
started drinking.
And what's funny is one of the biggest songs for No Doubt is "Don't Sleep."
No, I just
She's singing that
wanted
to you.
say
Get up.
it. And I'm like, I'm gonna sleep. But it was because I stayed up all night long, and then I'm just taking ephedrine pills.
All this inspired me to look these bands up and start listening to them
Dude,
again.
they're
Man, I
fucking
still-
great.
I know they were great,
If
man.
most of the music I'm listening to is either that's like the 90s alternative.
I love it. Perfect.
And some of the
100%.
and some of the kids at the Coronation were actually
Asking for 90.
like one
They
of
were
the first
asking
one of
for-
the first requests. The girl said Wonderwall,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm like,
How
I had
many
to, I had to-
people
I had to-
change?
I had to double check with her. I'm like, Oasis Wonderwall? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
Sure.
And then
I'm
somebody
like,
else.
absolutely.
Can't remember what another one was, but it was another 90s
Yeah.
alternatives.
No, that
Was
it
there a lot of kids at that?
Yeah. It was,
So that's what I was telling Blake, because this was Blake's first time to DJ with me, and I've DJed Coronation a few times, and typically
A lot of people leave.
when Coronation is done, they'll come out there, and then they're gone.
Gone,
Like
yeah.
Coronation is done by like 8.
Right.
They'll come there and they're gone by 9, and we're there till 11 to DJ, and so we're stuck for the last 2 hours, 9, 10, 11, 2 hours with
With nobody
we
there.
said there's
basically.
usually like 10
the
kids.
teachers and
teachers and 10 to 15,
But
20,
that-
20
good,
kids.
A good crowd stayed till like,
Almost all of them stayed
So,
until
like,
about
10-ish?
10:30, 10,
Yeah.
10:30.
man, just think if y'all could have had beer and stuff.
Yeah, no kidding. That's why we immediately left there and went to go get beer at Raf's.
but yeah, that was one hell of a lineup you screwed up to not watch.
I understand.
Jesus.
I fucked it up. I
But
should have just went to sleep and had a great time the next day.
But I saw Collective Soul. They were good.
I did see Bush, and I did end up seeing
I mean,
No
you saw,
Doubt.
when you know you saw Bush, she was flicking her bean. You said,
Well, I wasn't close enough to see it. I'm like, what did she say? And then it wasn't shortly thereafter that when I was like, but Rockfest, dude.
yeah,
97, 97.
Remember
man.
Edge Fest?
So that Rockfest was the first concert I went to by myself. Edgefest, I took my sister to. That was her first concert. She was 14, 15, somewhere around there. She wanted to go. Nobody wanted to go with her. I said, I'll go. And so we both went. And there was Edgefest has the 3 stages, right? Over in Dallas.
Yeah.
I think there's
It
3
was the
stages.
same- I think it was the same exact spot where it was called Smirnoff Auditorium for a while. It was where Ozfest was. And
Yeah.
Any big festivals because
So
they
the-
had multiple.
this place
stages.
had 3 stages, right? And there was like the one she wanted to go to had like Good Charlotte and all those like kind of alternative emo bands there. And so I was like, okay, yeah, let's go. So we went, and I didn't drink. I didn't take any no-dos or many things. I'm there for her to go and have a good time. All these bands. Eve Six was there. I can't remember who it was. So we go, and she's like, I want to get as close to the stage as possible. And I said, okay. And so I'm very protective of my sister. Very protective. I always have been. And so she's like, I want to get. And so I don't remember who it was. Whoever was playing up on the stage. Well, they were just moshing their ass off. And so at a concert, you just got to push your way to the front.
Yeah.
Once you get to the mosh pit, then it's like mosh pit, maybe one other row of people just hanging on the railing, and then stage. So I got her to the very tip of the mosh pit, and so we're standing there, and these people are just running around, and they're like throwing elbows, bouncing off of each other, just doing
spinning back kicks.
yeah,
and shit.
they're just having. I mean, I've been in one before,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
but it's just dumb shit happening. But she was. I'm not a tall man, but I'm taller than she is, and so I'm standing behind her so she can see the stage, and guys are just in the
Beating
mosh pit,
the
just running
shit
around
out.
and just fucking swinging hands and just.
Yeah.
And I told her, so I kind of put my arms around her, just to help deflect anything that might come to her. And I said, her name's Mary, but we call her Dita. I said, Dita, if one of these fucking guys ever fucking even comes close to you, I'm going to lose my shit. She's like, oh, it's fine. And then a guy came swinging his fucking hand right at my sister. And I just went, pop! He went down. I don't give a fuck what happened to him. I'm like, you're not going to get fucking near my sister. She's fucking 14, 15 at the time. I'm going to fuck some people up. So that happened, and she's like, oh. We just stayed there having a great, we watched all, then like I think it was Good Charlotte. They were signing autographs. So I took her over to the tent. We got autographs she got autographs with people. We bought merch and shit. And great time.
What year was this?
Well, she was 14, so it had to have been, she was born in 90, so 2004, 2005, somewhere around there.
Because Chas went there one time. I remember.
But I ended up not, sorry, hold on. I ended up not drinking anything, even water, and just got to where I was, because it was hot. It was like 8,000 degrees that day. And I just we had to end up in the shade, and I'm like, we have to like she wanted to stay for whoever this
you're
other.
like,
I'm like,
done.
if we don't fucking leave right now, I'm gonna end up in the fucking hospital. So I got like a bunch of water, but by that time I'm done. And so we sat in my car with the AC on, and I drank water, and we ended up going home about 3 hours later. Once I started feeling better, but. Whew.
So Chess went to. I remember one time like somebody had won like tickets through the radio to Edgefest, and she was gonna go, and it's nothing but girls, and I'm like, you've never been to anything like this. And she said, so Default, the band Default, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Wasted. She said when
Not
they got up there and started
wasting my
playing, they were just standing there listening. Like people rushed the stage and started knocking them down and stuff.
Oh,
like
fuck.
Chances like that, she started freaking out. Like what the? Because she's never been around, I remember it also. Yeah, Default was
I
good.
don't hear the floor, don't ask for more.
remember
Not
it.
wasting my time.
That's a
Not
good song.
wasting
Whoa,
my
again.
time again.
Oh,
Yeah.
again.
I think that was. Like,
Y'all like Smashing Pumpkins?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I used-
Shake down 1979.
Speaking of Smashing Pumpkins, did you see that stuff with the lead singer and Billy Burr? Oh, Bill Burr, the comedian. You didn't see that?
Billy
You know
Corgan, Bill Burr. Okay.
So apparently, Billy Corgan, the head singer for Smashing Pumpkins, had gone on somebody's podcast or something and said that his dad, who apparently was known for having like a lot of illegitimate kids,
Mm-hmm.
he went on the road a lot for something I can't remember. He came out and said like Bill Burr was one of his mama told him Bill Burr was like one of his dad's illegitimate kids. So
Bill and Bill.
yeah, well, Bill brings it up. So Bill is on Howie Mandel's podcast,
Yeah, deal or no deal.
and all of a sudden, Howie Mandel says we're gonna, and he brings out Howie Mandel brings out that,
20 cases. You got to pick the one that's your dad.
but he brings out the Smashing Pumpkins Bill Burr. So you can tell he's taken off guard, and you can tell he's pissed because
Bill Burr's pissed.
Yeah,
Or
and he starts
Billy
saying,
Corgan's
no,
pissed.
Billy, and you can tell Billy Corgan's like, he goes, Howie told me, he said you were fine with me coming on here, and Howie didn't tell Bill Burr that he's going on there at all, and you can tell Bill Burr is like, this just happened like a couple of weeks ago,
No shit.
and you can tell Bill Burr is like pissed, and he's like, I'll leave, Smashing Pumpkins. He's like, I'll leave if you want. He goes, fuck it, we're here to sit down. So he sits down and he's kind of like, did you ever think that maybe you shouldn't be telling this story, that maybe I don't talk about, like, it sounded like it was like real, like they really had the same dad.
Oh shit.
And Bill Burr's pissed that he like talked about it and everything. Yeah, he was really fucking pissed.
No. So it
The special,
could be true.
it sounded like it was.
Fuck.
And I think he was really. He's like, I can't get pissed to. Bill Burr did have a good sense of humor because later people were asking. He's like, I can't be pissed at Howie because he's afraid of germs or whatever. So how tough is he? Because he's a big
Yeah.
like
Germaphobe. Yeah.
and anxiety and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like he's. But yeah, that was like it was like real intense and awkward when that.
Oh.
And because he's big, like the Smashing Pumpkins guy is like big in like the wrestling circuit now. Like he owns a small wrestling circuit, like out of Oklahoma or something, where he's like like professional wrestling. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
Because my buddy, the one that has the son
Yeah.
that professionally
Yeah.
wrestles, he met him. Like he wrestled like for like some Oklahoma matches and stuff. Yeah, he's like big into like professional wrestling. He owns like a company.
No shit.
Mhm.
Huh. Speaking of Billy Corgan,
Who's that?
Oh, ESPN.
ESPN. Speaking of Billy Corgan, we had this conversation today, and I know my thoughts on it. I want to ask your thoughts on it. You like hot dogs?
Love him.
You like hot dogs?
Absolutely.
Exhibit A.
Right. Yes. Exhibit A. The roller
hot
dog machine.
roller dog machine.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
What is a sandwich? Like if you were to say
Bread.
this is a sandwich.
The sandwich has to
Flatbread,
be
white,
has to be
regular.
Bread,
not a bun. It's got to be some kind of,
bread,
and it's got to have meat and
meat.
my sandwich is going to have cheese on it.
Okay,
Now some people don't want cheese, but
fine.
and
So meat, cheese, bread, meat, cheese.
preferably I want some.
I mean, some
Vegetables on
vegetables,
there and
maybe.
Okay.
You mean you can go without vegetables, but that's what a
Yeah. At least pickles.
Is a hamburger a sandwich?
No, it's a
Why-
hamburger.
Meat, bread,
Yeah, I get it, but it's not.
cheese,
It's
It's
not-
got buns.
hun.
It's a fucking.
Got big buns.
It's a cheeseburger.
I
It's got its
cannot
own
lie.
name. It's not a sandwich.
I think a hot dog's a sandwich.
You're fucking crazy.
He likes fucking mayonnaise on his fucking hot dog.
I
too.
do.
He likes mayonnaise, ketchup, and mustard.
Bread, meat, cheese. You can put onions.
bun.
You can put onions.
It's not.
It's bread.
No.
When I grew up, I used to use bread as
Yes,
my bun.
I still do.
Okay, it's a fucking sandwich.
Matter of fact, just at work, I had.
That's a
leftover-
poor folk hamburger.
it's a
Matt-
sandwich though.
Matter of fact, just to work this week, I had leftover hot dogs. The only thing I had was hamburger buns, so I folded up the hamburger bun and used
It's
it
a
as hot dog
sandwich.
bun.
It's a fucking
It's
sandwich.
not a sandwich.
How is it not a
It's
sandwich?
not a sandwich. It's a hot dog.
Bread, meat, and
Meat is
anything you
qu-
put on it.
Meat's questionable.
Well,
Some people say bologna and hot dogs are the same meat. No.
like husband's big snout or whatever.
No.
A bar ass bologna is pretty much a hot dog. I mean,
I think a hot dog is a
no,
sandwich.
I disagree. A
You-
hot dog's a hot dog.
But so I asked that.
Un-American.
I asked that because I knew you would disagree. I didn't know you would disagree though,
I don't think so.
because
Hot
it's
dog
not
is
a
hot
bun.
It's chili if it has beans in it.
No, it's now
Why not?
stew.
Yeah, people
It's
say
stew.
it's meat soup.
It's stew.
That's a big like thing. They
You
always
put
talk
beans
about,
and chili. It's stew.
Well, they always talk about like in Texas, we don't put beans in our chili.
I'm not as particular
I don't
about
care.
it
I'm
anymore.
not, I'm not either,
to
but I
me-
still call it stew
Yeah.
because Tasha makes chili, puts beans in it. I love it. I fucking love it. But when I make chili, no beans in my chili because it's chili, not stew.
What's the best canned chili?
Wolf brand,
Always
Yeah.
with no beans,
no beans. Ostex isn't bad though.
but Wolf can chili.
Wolf brand chili.
Oh, Wolf can. But that- we have that like,
He's done that like 4 times
Yeah.
on the pod. Wolf can chili.
well, that's what I think me and Chaz call it. So we always, I mean, in our pantry, we're always gonna have at least like 4 cans of that shit because Frito pies. You know, everybody
Yeah.
likes Frito pie. Nothing gives a hot dog, not a sandwich,
A
more
hot dog
bu-
sandwich.
with chili and cheese on it. That
Oh,
just
yeah.
puts another fucking level.
My favorite chili and cheese hot dog I've ever had in my life was at Sean's house, our buddy Sean. And it's just it's nothing. It's not like he did anything crazy. Like when I make a hot dog, it's the hot dog, and I take the bun out of the packet and I throw the hot dog in there, whatever I want on top, and I eat it.
Mm-hmm.
This son of a bitch cooked it in the oven.
hmm
Like he cooked his hot dogs, then he put them in the buns,
Yes.
In like a baking
That's
dish.
what my wife does.
in like a cake pan,
Uh-huh.
and then chili and cheese the shit out of
Yep.
it, and fucking put
Yeah,
it in
and
the oven.
bakes them in there a little while.
Holy shit, that's a fucking another
It's
level.
a new level.
I've
yeah.
never done it besides
So
that
my-
one time.
Yeah. So
Oh,
my aunt Cheryl used to make she called them potato boats. It'd be the hot dog weenie. She'd slice the hot dog weenie and put cheese in that slice, and then she put mashed potatoes on it and put it in the oven. God bless America. It's so good.
What are they? Like a shepherd's pie almost,
Kinda,
but with hot dogs.
But I do that with hot dogs all the time. Like if I'm doing like a quick hot dog thing, like a microwave dog. Like you ever?
Yeah.
I'll do the slice thing and put like sandwich, sliced cheese in the
Like
groove,
American.
in the groove, and then yeah.
Do you boil your hot dogs or you grill them?
If it's grilling. I mean, I've boiled them before, but
Dude, I love a boiled hot dog.
you know what does a pretty good job on a hot dog?
The air fryer.
You're fucking right.
I've never.
I was shocked.
I don't fuck with an air fryer.
No, I was shocked. Like I threw it in there and like, and it comes out like with the charred like look on it, you know, the black
Yeah.
and everything. Because Chas is one of the ones she wants her hot dog fucking burnt.
So, y'all go to Natty Flats, right?
Hmm?
Okay. Have y'all ever had their smokehouse hot dog there?
No.
No, I didn't even know
Oh
they
my
had
god.
one.
Oh my god. Y'all got to try this.
Oh my god.
So
I never-
it's
I didn't even know they had
it's them the big fucking
Like ballpark or
yeah,
whatever.
the big one in a pretty decent sized bun and all the fixings, and then they put chopped barbecue on top of it.
Holy shit!
Oh, y'all got to try it.
Oh my god!
Sounds
It's called the Smokehouse.
All right, I'm tomorrow.
I'm
I'm one of them guys though that
I will not lead you in the wrong direction.
a lot of times I ain't even fucking with anything. Hot dog bun.
Yeah, hot dog and bun. That's it.
That's it.
I'm fine
no,
with- yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like when I'm
Even cold,
like if we're
even just a hot dog out of the packet in cold in the bun in my mouth.
He likes
I'm
weenie
fine.
water too.
I do.
though.
I do.
but like a football games and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not taking the time to put
Put all the shit on there.
Okay.
Just wrap it up foil, eat it.
Natty Flats, y'all got to try it before we
going-
come back.
I'm gonna go
Natty Flats Smokehouse.
I'm gonna try it tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
Because I haven't been to. I just was telling Chance like last week. I was like, we haven't been to Natty Flats in a long time. It's right by the house. We
Mm-hmm.
never go. Now I got an excuse.
Have you ever been to Shep's in Weatherford?
Yes,
Have you had
Is
their?
that?
that's the cheese, the burger joint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but so it used to be on South Main,
known
but
for
now it's right there, like you're going to First Monday grounds,
Yeah,
right
they
there on
do.
the
But they're-
left hand side
they're
after
known
the
for
square.
They're
Oh,
known for
right
their-
hand side.
They're known for their burgers.
Right hand side after the square. Vintage or something is like
Know
their
what you're
car
talking about, yeah.
place. They have
They used to be.
hot dogs on their menu. My favorite one is their German dog because it's big.
Sauerkraut.
Yes,
God, my
sauerkraut. Like,
Yes.
spicy brown mustard.
yeah.
Oh fuck
freaking!
off,
I've never
dude.
seen him. My uncle Kenny will put that dude as a sauerkraut. I mean,
Dude, I love
I
sauerkraut.
can't even-
I
love
fucking
it.
love
you can't even
sauerkraut.
see the damn bun. It's
Tasha,
just a
you
You
mountain
like
of-
schnitzel?
Yes,
I love schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel?
Tatsa.
No.
Tasha make or used to. She hadn't in a while. She used to make. So like I love a Reuben sandwich.
Yeah.
You know, it's got
Yep.
the sauerkraut on there. It's got the corned beef, the rye bun.
I got a Reuben at that City Meats.
So she used to make a Reuben casserole.
Okay.
So she take the rye bread and just rip it up, and it's got the corned beef and
Mm.
the sauerkraut and the fucking $1,000 dressing or whatever. Holy shit, dude! Fucking greatest
I'm
fucking
pretty-
Reuben casserole I've ever had in my fucking
I'm
life.
pretty sure they got a Reuben at that City Meats place.
I need to be there because I love it, dude.
Refs has a good one too.
Has a
Reuben?
what?
Reuben. Yep. Refs.
You
I
can
don't
go there
guess
get
I've
your-
ever had that.
You can go get your Reuben and tater tots at that place.
Dude.
Because like I said, I love the damn foot long chili cheese coney from Sonic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll take the tater tots and I'll just line them up in.
Y'all
and
remember?
I'll line them up. Every bite is a tater tot.
we're
Y'all remember
So
Fuddruckers? There's not very
Yeah,
many
yeah.
open now.
They were.
I would go there and get their big. They're called big dogs instead of the hamburger. That they were the big fat ass weenies
Yeah.
in there, and they're good.
So you love fat ass weenies?
Fuck yes,
I do too.
I do too.
God.
Dude,
Yeah, just a,
I think hot dog might be my favorite thing to fucking eat.
Yeah,
the only person I know
it's
that
a go-to.
the person
Sure.
fact though. I think he loves hot dogs more than anything else.
Just
on the planet.
anything that you put in a bun.
Yeah.
Any elongated sausage in a bun.
Hey. Because them jalapeno and cheese Eckerd sausages.
Dude, they're
are
so fucking good. Yeah, whatever you got. I told him a 12-pack wasn't enough, but
You
he
did not. I told you what I got. You didn't say. You just
and
liked
I said,
it.
"Oh,
You-
is that enough?"
No, you just liked it. I said, this cheap ass ain't gonna buy one now. I should have just said nothing.
I was here at 5:53, and y'all were.
I was here at 6:02.
I did like the 553. And I was holding back. I'm gonna get here at 553.
So I was watching again reels and shit
For reals?
for real.
I can't believe you're a traitor and got off TikTok.
Well, I haven't got off. I still have it. I just
He's being an American.
I just don't want you to as much. Ever since the ban,
You're weaning yourself off
It wasn't
because you
even-
know
it's
it's
like
coming.
my average.
Wasn't it
They're
like-
gonna kill it.
Wasn't the band like 12 hours long?
yeah, it wasn't long.
Pretty
at
much
all.
overnight.
Yeah, it wasn't long at all. But there was some. I got. Wow, this was TikTok. I'm scrolling through TikTok and I'm watching videos, and I do have a lot of like animal videos on my TikTok,
Bet you do.
right?
Bestiality.
Yeah.
They're just a little bit of that, but then the rest of it's like, let me teach you about
Here's
animals.
the Tijuana Donkey Show.
Yes, and I'm like, show me more.
It's all semen.
It's all semen. What, in your own opinion, before I kind of tell you, after my extensive research,
No, a hot dog is not a sandwich.
after my extensive research, what to you is the weirdest fucking animal on the planet?
Weirdest.
It's got to be still alive, right? Can't be
whatever.
Like extinct.
Weird.
Just
Weirdest
whatever.
animal.
The weirdest animal that's ever lived. Sure. Whatever you got.
Because there was some weird prehistoric shit.
Yeah. Dinosaurs. Fake.
Yeah, they planted the bones.
I mean, there's
You
a
had-
lot of weird
you had
ones
Audrey
out there.
believe in that.
There's like some intriguing, like platypus.
Yeah. Right?
The duck.
Okay,
bill
do you
platypus-
know
That's a
those
great
things?
weird one.
Yeah.
Do you know those things are like deadly?
Yeah. They have poison in their.
Yeah.
They have like
Is that for real?
stingers or something
Yes.
that are
Really?
poisonous.
They
Yes.
really do duckbill platypus?
Yes.
But also
I always thought
weird
that
as
was
fuck
bullshit.
because they're mammals, but they lay,
Lay
eggs.
eggs. The only mammal that lays eggs.
They're
so-
duck-billed. They have a
Platypus.
beaver fucking
Yeah.
tail, but they lay eggs that
That's
are
a- that
mammals.
is
And they can kill you.
Out of the living animals, that's probably a pretty.
I mean, that's weird as
I mean,
shit.
porcupines are weird when you
I
really
agree.
look at them. But duckbill platypus, there is a bird. I think it's in Australia, where it looks like it has no arms or anything. It's just like
Well, birds don't have arms.
No.
I mean,
Right.
no,
technically-
no, wait. Like it looks like it's just fur and legs. I gotta look up what
The
that's
kiwi?
maybe that's a weird looking bastard because it looks like it.
I think the platypus is in Australia, right?
I don't know where that's at.
I think so.
Fuck, I don't know where the fuck that's at.
But I mean, there's some like the dodo bird was a weird looking bastard. The Tasmanian
Devil?
tiger,
Oh, Tasmanian tiger.
that was a weird looking animal.
It's like a coyote tiger mix type of thing.
and like there's arguments that because they're supposed to be extinct.
Yeah, but,
But there's
maybe they've
arguments that
seen
people
some.
have.
A
Yeah.
jackalope?
Jackalope. What are you, America's Funniest Home Videos? What about the jellyfish?
That is a weird.
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah, it's
Organism.
kind of different.
It
Yeah,
has no eyes.
right.
It
Stings the shit out of you,
most of them can,
and you can get peed on after you
peed
get
on
stung.
to fix it.
Yes,
Right, that's fucking
that's
weird.
great.
A weird fucking.
What is that?
That's
Look,
the
the
kiwi.
kiwi.
It's a weird looking.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to have any wings.
He's got some bad
Yeah.
It's got
hair.
this weird looking
I told you
beak.
it's a weird looking.
What about that? In the depths of the ocean, the fish that has
with
that
the
light
lights.
on his
Yeah,
head,
with the big teeth. I'm finding Nemo.
but that's a real fish.
Yeah, it's for real.
What's that? The stonefish that can fuck you up if you ever.
Yeah, if you step
Oh,
on
the
it.
step. What movie was that?
Blue Lagoon.
When she steps on it, she
Yeah.
gets all.
Like it'll fuck
Yeah.
you up if you mess with it, right?
I'm trying to think.
Platypus was on here.
I'm trying to think.
Anything that's like deep in the ocean
Yeah.
that they're just
Well, really,
Well, that's the mysterious
But
because
when you really think about it, a giraffe is a weird looking bastard.
because they've got a 14-foot neck.
Well, they're just. I mean, what the hell is this thing?
I saw a video. So there was, I think it was lions attacking a baby giraffe,
Oh God, you
and so the
you
mom,
animal.
so the mom, like they kick the shit out of shit. Like they've got fucking,
Uh-huh. Oh,
they
yeah,
can
they'll-
fucking kick the fuck out of you, right?
Yeah, they won't mess with the grown ones.
So this mama comes up to kick the fucking lion and kicks the shit out of its
Oh
baby,
shit!
oh no,
and she kills its baby.
Oh, no.
And so now the lions are trying to attack now the dead baby, and so I don't know that it's dead yet.
It's unconscious.
It's fucking it's unconscious at the very least, and so the lions are trying to
The
attack.
lions ran up and said, "You got knocked up." Like that.
I'm not a killer. And so the lions come up to now attack the baby that's on the ground because the mom just kicked the fuck out of it. And so the mom now is kicking at the lions, but instead of hitting the lions, is now kicking the fucking baby on the
God.
ground.
This
Oh.
giraffe was retarded.
I'm like, oh my god.
the fuck?
Centipedes are weird. They're creepy.
Yeah.
God, are those giant ones in the Amazon?
Oh, not millipedes.
No, they're centipedes. They're giant centipedes. They're fucking they're like 5 foot long.
Oh god,
Centipedes, giant.
5-foot long centipedes. So the length between their legs, because they only have 100 legs, because it's a centipede, have to be a foot.
Wow.
That's not. I mean, that's not real. Oh, go fuck yourself.
Ugh.
No way. Aren't those the ones that if they walk on you, their feet have
They
poison?
They have stingers.
I thought their feet had poison. Or is it the
I
millipede?
think that
One of the, either centipede or millipede.
Yeah,
one
when
of
they
them has,
walk on you, they'll make like, yeah.
Yeah. Like they sting you and they like poison or venom or whatever they have in
ugh,
them.
there's people letting them walk on their hands. And
Also, to me, the top three, top four for me is the jellyfish. It's just weird as
yeah,
fuck.
It's a weird thing.
And there's all kinds of jellyfish, but the jellyfish is weird as fuck. That fish that has the light and the fucking teeth on it right there. The platypus and the octopus.
Squid. too.
So we just
going octopus,
mentioned
you're gonna go
every
squid,
animal
too.
that's in the water.
Well, just
Well, it's weird because they change their colors.
but octopus, yeah, they change their colors based on whatever
Yeah.
they fucking shoot ink out to help
I
distract.
think
And
squids shoot the ink, right?
is it? I thought octopus did too.
Maybe they both do. You
But
made me ink.
octopus are very fucking smart. So like,
Yeah.
if you put them if you give them a jar that has shit in it, they can open the jar and get in there and get whatever they want.
They have a cool name too.
Yes, very very cool. But their whole body can they can get into the smallest spaces to get out or away or in.
They like shrink themselves
Yeah,
and then swell back up on the other side. Yeah.
I'm just looking.
and they propel themselves by shooting like water through their body.
Right.
Like that's the whole octopus and the tentacles that stick to you.
Right.
Have you seen the goblin shark?
No,
It's somewhat weird looking.
There's a lot of mysterious stuff in
but
the
it's
ocean.
but all in the water, right?
So far,
Yeah, everything's like I don't look at a bear and
Well,
go, that's
I
a
mean-
fucking weird thing.
giraffe. But,
Well, but that's him.
yeah.
I mean, it's a fucking giant animal with the fucking. I mean, that's some.
Hey, ostriches will kick the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Too. They kick forward. Have you seen those fucking kangaroos? They fucking look like
Yeah,
they're
they've
fucking
been bodybuilders.
they've been lifting weights and shit.
Would you fight a kangaroo?
Fuck no.
Have you seen talking about animal? The showbill, bird. That's like 5 foot tall.
What the fuck did you say? The showbill bird?
Shoebill. Shoebill.
Oh yeah.
the
It-
shoot?
They
it
hit.
cha-
They clap
It
their.
shatters their jaws. It sounds like a machine gun going off.
Yeah.
No.
And these birds get like 5 foot tall, with like a 10-foot wingspan, and their bill is designed for decapitating their prey. Taking the heads
What
off.
is their prey?
Anything and get his fucking hands.
Just
on.
about all these fucking animals are in Australia too.
Yes, by far. If you want to say what country is the weirdest animals, like
Well, Australia has the most deadly animals, right?
Like
look at those-
snakes and
it's like a modern day dinosaur. Can you imagine walking up on this thing? It's 5 foot tall and it's got like a wingspan of like.
No.
I've seen videos of them
It's and they're
Oh my God.
clapping their beaks
yeah,
together,
and they're-
making that
They're
noise.
mean as shit, and they look mean. Like, look at this fucking crazy.
Yeah,
looking-
if you're a 5 foot tall fucking
he
bird,
has
you
like
can
a
fuck some shit up.
just his facial expression looks like I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
yeah. And like I said, you need to look at like
Don't take my fucking picture.
they decapitate their freaking prey.
Oh my God.
They kill small alligators. Like that's how gangster they are. It's like if you ever heard when you take somebody snipe hunting.
Oh
Yeah.
That's a real snipe in real life. That's what we used to tell them what they look like, a giant bird.
I always thought it was ironic. Steve Irwin fucked with the alligators
And a damn
his
bitch
whole
at-
fucking life.
Shit that are gonna kill you. Yep.
He went swimming in the ocean with fucking
Stingray.
stingrays and but I mean those poisonous ocean snakes
Yeah,
and
the
all
most
this shit.
The sea snake's like one of the most venomous.
Yeah,
one.
and then
Yeah.
he gets killed by a damn stingray that stabs
just
him.
a freak thing. Too.
Shot him in the fucking heart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
that's what. If you ever listen to
just fucking shot him in the heart.
Yeah.
so what's the goddamn comedian's name that I'm blanking.
Good story.
Y'all keep talking. I gotta think of his name.
I can't keep talking.
I'm
'cause
just completely
I want to move
blank.
to the next
God
subject.
damn it!
All the attention's on you right now.
We're gonna make this awkward.
God,
as
I can't.
hell for
Why can
you.
I not remember his? I see his face.
What does he do? What's the
He's a
skit?
comedian. He's a stand-up, but he's talking
Okay.
about he talks about we lost one of our biggest gangsters. All the crocodile hunter's dead, y'all. And he goes, "You don't think he's gangster? You don't think he's gangster? Go to your neighbor's house, get their Rottweiler, and jump on his back. See how gangster you are." And he goes, He goes, what's the bad part about it is he didn't get killed by none of these. He got killed by a bitch ass Cat Williams.
Oh,
Cat.
oh my God! How you
my
forget that
mind,
name?
my mind was blank, but it's like it was his hustle stand up when he's in the full tuxedo.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I was
That's
listening
He
to that
has some-
song.
That's the best.
He has some cool
Everybody hustle,
outfits.
hustle.
I was
That's how
listening to the
it's-
song when I pulled up.
Like velour green suits
But I
and
mean,
shit.
his best one was that it was called Hustle.
Hustle, yeah.
And he's in a full tuxedo. And he comes out to that everybody
Every day I'm hustling.
and he talks about
That's
that
Rick
song.
Ross.
And he's like, that song goes with anything.
He was on Theo Vaughn the other
Yeah,
day.
that's what
He
I
was,
was
cooking
thinking.
fries,
Yeah,
working at McDonald's,
Yeah.
taking a sip of the. Yeah, dude, it's fucking.
yeah. No, that's
great
the best.
stand-up.
That's if you ain't seen it and you like stand up, the best Cat Williams stand up is Hustle.
Dude, it's
Hell, I
so
think it
good.
came out in like 2007 or something.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. It's so
me
fucking
and Chaz
good.
have watched that so much, especially the beginning, like the whole
yeah.
Hustle thing.
Dude, it's so good.
But yeah, he talks about he's doing it. He does a good Steve Irwin impression because he's like, "Well, that's a beauty right there, mate." And he's like, and he like attacks the stool.
The stool.
And he's on top of it. And yeah, that's the one where he hits himself in the head with the mic, and he stops telling his joke. He's like, "Because I almost just gave Mike a concussion. I ain't gonna lie." Yeah, that one is great. That is a great.
It's so good.
Okay,
He's
well,
a
on
good
that,
comedian.
So on that fact, who do you think is the greatest stand-up comedian of all time? Stand-up, just purely stand-up.
Richard Pryor.
Just because I'm old, I'm going old school. Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy's great.
I'm with you.
I love Richard Pryor.
To me,
Richard Pryor,
To me,
yeah,
Richard
he's
Pryor's stand-ups back in the
Fuck, dude, it's
Back
so
in the
fucking good. Because that's when he
he's-
was on cocaine,
Yeah,
and he would talk
well, the
about.
one when he comes back when he got lit himself
Yep.
on fire. and
yeah,
stuff.
when he lit himself
He
on
goes, "You
fire.
think I wouldn't listen to you, motherfucker?" So he goes, "What?" He lights a match. He goes, "What's this?" Richard Pryor running down the road because he had like lit himself on fire, smoking crack, and like ran down like it really. Yeah, to me, he is. There's been a lot of good ones.
Even his movies though, back
Oh God,
when
him
and
and
Gene Wilder,
Yeah.
God,
the
Silver
Silver Streak,
and
see no
yeah.
see no evil, hear no
And
evil.
they had one more.
uh,
The one when they go to prison is the.
but no, my favorite was the see no evil, hear no evil.
So the one when they
You
go,
talking to me? No, she's talking
Yeah.
to you. How do I know? I can't see her.
Something about jive turkey.
But they go to they go to that. There's one where they go to prison and Richard Pryor's. Richard Pryor starts walking with and he's like,
Yeah.
Jim, I was like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm walking tough." He goes, "You better walk up. You don't walk tough in here, you get fucked." Yeah, so Gene Wilder starts doing it.
You remember the toy?
Oh yeah,
Yes, that was great.
yes, dude.
What's
fucking-
funny is if you realize the kid's last name was Bates, and all through the movie,
his first name was Master.
the butler's calling him Master Bates. Because remember, his dad was
Jackie Gleason.
Smokey.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jackie Gleason.
It was just but yeah, I remember I went back when I watched it, like when I was older. I was like, he keeps calling him Master Bates.
Y'all
It had
go,
to be
y'all go back and watch Eddie Murphy like
No, Eddie
Raw
Murphy-
and
oh,
no,
Delirious.
No, it was
and-
great, but Eddie Murphy credits all his stuff, most of it to
Richard.
A lot of his stuff in Delirious and Raw had Richard Pryor,
he always
him
talks about
imitating
no, he's
Richard Pryor.
no
But
Eddie Murphy's stand up. He's one of the greatest.
Raw was the red jumpsuit, right?
Red leather.
Red leather jacket.
one was blue, one was red.
I think Raw was when he wore the red one,
Yeah.
and Delirious was the
Yeah.
Blue one.
No, he was great. Some really old school. If you want to go back, Red Fox.
Red Fox was
Oh,
fucking
God,
awesome,
yeah.
dude.
because Red Fox was who Richard Pryor.
I
was.
told y'all about going through my mom's. Okay, this shows my age. 8-tracks. Y'all
I
remember
remember
8-tracks?
My dad had.
My dad had an 8-track player in his
My
truck.
dad still
My,
has.
Yes.
my mom had a bunch of Red Fox
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
8-tracks.
Oh, yeah. My dad
And-
still had his Plymouth Satellite, and in the trunk was a shoebox full of 8-tracks.
Well, she had an 8-track player, and of course she had, Merle Haggard and all that.
Pam Tillis.
But I was like going through her stuff, and I was like, oh, so I was like, I don't know, 5. I'm like, Red Fox, what's he sing? And it was like, motherfucking shit, mother. You know, I was like, oh, wow.
It was like that movie Harlem Nights is one of the most underrated comedies if you've ever seen it.
Yeah.
It had Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Red Fox,
Yeah.
Arsenio Hall. Like, it was just loaded.
Oh, yeah.
With, like, so many. And Red Fox and the lady that runs, like, the whores, the big lady, you
Yeah.
know, they just going back and forth. Because she's always saying, you know, shut up, you fat bitch. She's like, you blind motherfucker. I tell you to kiss my ass, but you probably can't find
Have
it.
you seen the outtakes of that?
Yes.
He's in a Model T, Eddie Murphy, driving down the road, and his fucking cell phone rings.
That's
He's
off,
like,
that's actually off of a different movie. That's off Life.
oh, wow. Okay.
Him and Martin Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
Which is another great movie. It's like that's one of the movies that's really funny at parts and really freaking depressing at parts too.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie Mac and the Jingling, the couple
Yeah,
Jingling,
Jingling,
You
Jangling.
got nice soft hands like a lady.
You remember the?
that baby's daddy.
You remember the Kings of Comedy?
Yes.
So it was like
Steve Martin,
Steve Martin,
Steve Harvey.
Steve Martin, Steve Harvey. It was Cedric the Entertainer. It was the guy you just said, Bernie Mac,
Yeah,
and it was
Bernie Mac was that guy was a good.
who was the other one? It was four of them. Who was the other King of
I
Comedy?
can picture his face, but I can't remember his name.
'Cause
He
it
was,
was-
like skinny.
Wasn't Omar Epps? It was
No,
who were the Kings of Comedy?
but man,
Give me the fourth one. But either way,
Bernie Mac was great.
Bernie Mac was the fucking
He
best
was
because
great.
like Steve Harvey started it,
Yeah.
and then, but Bernie Mac was
Cedric
the
was pretty
fucking
good too. But yeah, Bernie Mac was up
Bernie
there.
Mac when he was
up
talking
there.
about his kid coming
Yeah.
down the stairs.
Yeah, because he took his sister's kids.
Yeah,
and he
him
said,
still.
yeah,
D.O. Hughley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he talks about how like he took his sister's kids and the boy, I don't know, he a fag. Like he said that him down there.
Him down there. Because they
Yeah.
were trying to get cookies or something. Him's downstairs.
Because that's when talking about Cat Williams, that hustle ones when he's talking about he adopted his daughter and she was a crack baby.
Yeah.
And he's like, he goes, I don't know if you've ever been a crack baby, but she come through in her Pampers just stomping. Get this shit out of you. Like, yeah, he's funny because he says like he showed him he's adopted. It's like putting your hand in the bag and just point out. Oh no, that's a serial killer. That's not a serial killer when I see one.
But that's the same way he's talking about Shaq's kid.
Yeah, he's like, he went to Shaq's kid's birthday and Shaq's his boy, and he's like, I knew it was Shaq's son because he was really big, but he was really dumb. And he only used like one word.
He
And
said
only-
he'd repeat everything you
the
said.
last word you said, so he should be like, "Hey, you want some?
You want some cookies?
You want some
Cookies.
Hey, you want some candy? Candy. He's
Candy.
like, what's that? So he goes, I switched to him. So I said, you want some candy or whooping? Oh, whooping. He said he got there and he goes, how the hell are you going to invite me to your party? Me and your son look at each other eye to eye.
Shaq, you can't be no damn sheriff.
You can't be no Sheriff Shack. You 7 foot, 8 foot 12. You got any drugs? No, we know that you Shaq. Can you step out of the car? Can you make a free throw? I ain't gonna do it. You know what else is good? There's another guy that does I can't remember I think his name starts with an A. He does a lot of impressions. Really good impressions. Like a lot of like rap. He'll get up there and rap and do like all the different rappers and go
Amari
through.
King.
Yeah. Snoop.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But he's-
Amari King, the white dude?
I don't know.
It's not
No.
I think it is Amari.
Amari King did all those stupid Chevrolet. What is
Yeah, I knew Amari King wasn't right, but I was
Silverado.
said,
Silverado.
But he does, like,
Silverado.
There's one where he goes
It's got
through
tornadoes in the engine.
Yeah.
it. Like he can rap just like Snoop, rap just like Jay-Z, DMX. He'll even kind of when he's doing DMX, he's like, "Arf, arf." Bark. Oh, that's another Cat Williams when he's talking about he met DMX in real life. He goes, this motherfucker talks just like he raps. Hey, yo, bitch, can I get some water? I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Oh, the hustling? Yeah. Yeah, no, it's fucking awesome. All right, before we leave, I got one serious question for you, gentlemen. And this is real. It's a serious question. When your time is done on this earth, what do you want to be remembered as or by the people that know you?
Most important thing is good dad and good friend. So my closest friends, that's really all I give a shit about.
Fuck you, Blake.
I ain't gonna have no legacy. I mean, I want my kids to say,
Like, how do you want to be remembered
I want my kids
by
to-
anyone?
I want my kids to say that we had a good dad.
Yep.
He did everything for
I
us.
agree with that.
And my closest friends to be like, that dude was a great guy.
A good guy.
He
Yep.
would do anything for you.
I agree.
And I guess a good husband too. We'll throw her in there. But I mean,
That's number 3.
that's all that matters. I don't give a shit about anything else. Top that.
Number 1, dad. Number 2, good guy. 3,
He wants to be the number one.
okay,
Dad. You
okay,
said you
husband.
wanted to be. You said you wanted to be the number one.
That's
He goes-
my top
He
thing.
goes, number 3, I was a husband.
Oh, number 4. Like that dude had a mag light in his pants.
No,
Yeah, but I
no,
mean,
Blake. It's gonna be that good dude could cook some fucking wings.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Blake Blue will back. Will
Yeah,
he'll
yeah.
still Blake Blue. I'll count on you that when I'm dead, you'll tell people about my wings. Still, that dude used to cook some wings.
at his funeral, we go, this cocksucker didn't even make us wings before he died.
And then they'll be like, surprise!
I told him to make a batch.
And then,
then-
and it's
He-
so, in like we open the casket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
like,
like-
surprise.
They open the casket, and I'm not even in there. It's just like faked you out. I got cremated. Here's wings.
And the wings were made
Yeah.
with his cremation.
Some were, some weren't. Take a
Have
chance.
fun.
Yeah, that's all that I don't give a shit about anything else.
Yeah, it's
Kids
not-
and kids and my friends. That's it. That's all I
okay.
care about.
So the second part of this question is, what are you doing to ensure that happens?
I come do this stupid fucking podcast with you all the time. So I mean, I'm trying to lock up you as a good friend.
Whoa!
So I'm trying to.
That's
so I'm-
fair. That's
so I'm
fair.
trying to at least lock up Daniel as the good friend thing. We'll do this podcast till we die. You know.
100%.
And
then I hope if I die first, you continue
Yeah.
to do it, even though y'all don't know how to do any of this.
yeah, that'll be a. Oh man,
I will leave all this to y'all
that'll
when
be
I die.
chaos. And I don't know. I just
I'll
tried-
leave instructions.
Really, I mean, I tried to do my damn best with the girls and make sure they know that. Hey, whatever you need, I might get.
So,
Y'all might piss me off sometimes, but
but my question is, okay, so you want to be remembered as a good dad, both of you.
Mm-hmm.
So myself included, same thing. Good dad. Honestly, like my thought is, great dad, great friend, great husband, and then asshole to everybody else that doesn't know me or does know me and doesn't like me.
yeah, I don't
so,
care.
So the fourth is go fuck yourself,
Yeah,
people.
yeah, could give a
but,
shit.
But great dad, great friend, great husband,
Mhm.
and the great friend, great husband. Hopefully those intertwine
Yeah.
because
There's a lot of elements that go with each thing.
because I do think of my wife as my best
Yes.
friend, even though I call other people my best friend, but my wife, honestly,
Well, yeah, she should.
she knows me
That's
from
the
the
person you-
butthole to
that's-
the nose.
That's
You
the
know,
person.
Like
that-
being a good friend is like y'all can always count on me
Yeah. No, it's
when you
like
need help with
hopefully-
anything. Or
yeah,
right? So the question is, and I know you were kind of going into it. What are you doing to ensure that you are that great dad, great friend? You've already gone into that. You're doing this stupid
Yeah.
shit with me,
Well,
which I greatly appreciate.
hey,
Both
with my
of you.
girls, I just make sure they got everything they need.
Hold on. I greatly appreciate both of you for sitting here with me doing this stupid shit.
Well, I mean,
that,
if I wasn't on it, nobody's gonna listen to this.
right. That no one fucking listens to. We do have a lot of y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Facto.
No, hey, part-time toe. So that's what
Yeah.
he does.
Part-time toe. He allows us to use his place.
10% studios. Yeah.
studio.
Yeah. He allows us to use his studio. He allows us to be here. And
Mhm.
even without this, he allows us to hang out.
Yeah.
And great guy.
For
Love
sure.
him. Love you both. Some of my best friends, maybe not the best, but some of my best friends are right here in this place right
Yeah.
now. Facto,
Maybe
included.
not the best.
Huh?
Huh?
But what are y'all doing to ensure the other two parts of that
Well,
happen?
Try to make sure my girls have everything they ever need. Bust my ass, so work hard, supply for them. Because I mean, with your kids not having to worry about a lot of things, they can focus on their own shit. Encouraging them to do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just I try to be as good. I'm not perfect. No, I'm sure my kids think I'm an asshole sometimes or something. That's what kids
Well,
do.
you just can't hand them everything. They've got to
No, they
learn
gotta-
how to get
you
the
gotta-
things
Right.
that they
Right.
need.
Right.
That's what I said, you
Sufficient.
Yeah.
Efficient.
Well, that's what I say. That's why I encourage.
Sufficient.
That's why we were me and Chassis. She's all about that too. About working, hard work, be a hard worker. If you're working, you're working.
Don't be lazy.
So that's why we're like, Taylor's gonna be the same. Like when Audrey turned 16 and had a car when she could drive, you're working. You're gonna get a job. I don't care if you're working 10 hours a week.
Yep.
You're gonna get a job and learn that, because that's a big, you need to be.
Shit don't come free.
Right.
And with my thinking, I got girls, so I'm like, I don't want you relying on to be dependent on like
a man.
a man.
Right.
You need to be able to handle shit yourself.
Depending on someone
Yeah.
else. Right.
You can depend on me. Fine. Call
Right.
me any day. I'll do it.
Right.
Change tire. But
Right.
don't be you. Be you and do what you want to do to a certain extent.
Dave,
Same.
what do you?
I mean, I
what,
think
what are
they're-
you doing to ensure?
I always try to be there for my friends. I always want to try to be there when I can for
Well,
anything
so-
they need.
Here's what I'm going to say, Dave. You are a great friend. If anyone calls you to put in a door, you're there. If anyone calls you because they can't get their fucking lawnmower to work, you're there, along with your son. Blake's there too. Facto would be there.
We're there. We just can't do anything.
Right.
You
Yeah, Dave, you're the
you-
guy.
you-
No,
have to-
but
you have to
there's
do it
more
all.
to it.
But what I'm saying is, as a friend, I don't know that I do have a better friend that I can depend on that can fix something. Because it's not Facto. Like, Facto is great for advice. Blake is great as a friend, like to hang out with and just bullshit with, to fuck around with, I can give him shit, he's going to give me shit back, and all four of us. No one's going to take it to heart. We can
No.
call you old, you can call us young.
Oh, he calls y'all bald.
Bald.
Oh yeah,
I'm
You-
not-
We can call you old. You can call us bald.
I'm not bald yet, so
We can call
he
Blake-
calls me fat.
We can call Blake a cocksucker. But you are like, honestly, in my life, I don't know a better friend that I can depend on. Dave, I need a impact 10mm wrench, and you've got it. I can come to your house and pick it up. But I'm talking about, okay, so that's one portion of it. Your kids and your great husband aspect. Where are you at in those?
Oh, I'm sure I lack in the husband thing.
Yeah,
But-
I do too. I agree.
I can always improve on that, but I try to be just like with my kids. Give them the things that they need when
Right.
they need it.
Right.
Be there for them when they need it. If they have surgeries like I'm going through now,
Yep.
be there for them to
Right.
help take care of them. Not just money, just whatever they need,
Yeah. No, 100%. For my kids, growing up, my dad told me this because his dad told him that, and his dad told him that. I want you to be better than me.
Yes, for sure.
You
It's
and your
always-
family, I want
Yep.
you to be better
have
than
a,
I am.
have a better life than what I have.
Right.
That's what we always strive for.
Yeah, I want my kids to be better than me.
Yeah.
Which is a downfall, I do think. Because when we were growing up, being better than our parents wasn't a hard thing to do.
No.
Because we all grew up poor.
Well, yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that listen, I assume that listen to us that didn't grow up poor. But the four of us, I know, grew up poor. I think, did you, Dave?
Yeah.
Okay. We grew up poor.
Mm-hmm.
So being better than our parents didn't take a lot of effort to do.
And when I say being better, I don't mean like a better person. I mean like
No, monetarily is really
Yeah.
all they want. They want you to have a better life.
yes,
than,
not struggle as
not,
much.
yeah, not struggle.
go pay to
Right.
paycheck bouncing from house
Not
to
have,
house.
not have to work as hard,
Yeah.
get a
And not-
job where you don't
yeah.
gotta be so much
and not worry
labor
about
intensive.
right, and not worry about bills all
Mm-hmm.
the time. Not, it's the monetary. Don't worry about that.
Because you take that
aspect.
off you take that off your plate, you can focus.
A
on
lot
it.
of stress is gone,
Yeah, 'Cause
right?
that's- What stresses marriages most?
What causes divorce most?
Finances, man.
That causes
that's-
divorces the most.
that's,
Finances.
We've all been married and went through. I'm sure. I know me and Chess did. And struggling,
struggles.
man.
Yeah.
struggling.
Absolutely.
Like
I mean, union guy over here probably didn't, but
I probably struggle
yeah,
I mean,
no,
we
just
all-
as much as anybody.
yeah, but the monetary part of it is all they really. They just want you to have a
Yeah.
better chance at life.
yeah,
You know,
do what you
so,
wanna do.
so they're basically teaching you the work aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Work hard, work your ass off, and you'll be rewarded.
Yeah.
Is the basics of it, right? And so that's what I did. I looked at how I was raised, and I said, I don't want to struggle, and I'm not rich by any means when it comes to
I've
money.
seen one of your lips, ladies.
Yeah, when it comes to money, I'm not rich by any means. I am rich in love and life and
That's
friends. I'm rich in all that. And I don't struggle, which means I did reach where my dad wanted. The downfall of that is now my kids,
Well, like you said,
They don't see
You
the
worry about-
struggles.
they don't see the struggle.
Yeah.
and you worry about them not learning
Like-
things like we did. 'cause
Right.
it
So
was
when
good. we became better people because of that.
And what really flipped that switch in my head that my kids don't understand is that when we built that house, my daughter asked me, "Are we rich?" We built the house and she was young. I
Yeah.
mean, 4 years ago she was 10. Are we rich? Fuck no, we're not fucking rich. We're just rich enough to
yeah, but to the house
to build
you
the
know,
house we want. Like that's where we are. We're rich enough to do this, but we're not like rich. Like we're not fucking.
Yeah, we
rich.
have
Like
enough-
we have money to build this. We're not fucking rich.
But what you're teaching her, maybe she's gonna have a 10,000 square foot house, or you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like always bettering yourself,
Right.
trying to.
But that's the hope and that's the
Yeah.
process of it.
Yeah.
But and there's an old saying: hard times create hard men. Hard men create good times. Good times create soft men. Soft men create bad times. And that's kind
iron
of
sharpens iron.
but that's kind of where I think we're as a race are going. That our grandparents and parents had those hard times, which created us. And I do feel that we are hard men, even though some of us take Viagra. But we're hard. But we are hard.
You have no idea.
But we are hardened men. Like we know what hard work is.
Yeah, we've all done
And-
manual labor.
And I'm
jobs,
afraid that our kids don't know that. I don't think Blake's included in that. Blake knows hard work.
Yeah.
But does he know hard work
You
other than during the
definitely
summer?
gotta keep them stories
said, with-
alive.
Right.
But like I said, with,
From the ones was told from our families,
Right.
those stories got to be kept alive so
But with,
they'll
like-
know the struggles.
and with girls, it's different, right?
With girls,
'Cause
it's
they're not going
100%
to take on.
different.
They're not going to take on roofing houses and not a lot of manual labor, like intensive jobs, like guys do, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a little different. You want them to that's why you still want them to value. Like me and Chance always push, like
So
to be you're going to be when you're working. You're going to be a hard worker. When you're working,
Take
So-
pride in your work.
so that's why we always said even though they don't need to financially, we don't need them to work to like help pay
yeah,
bills
right.
like we had to do. I know
Yeah.
I had
Yeah,
was-
100%.
when I lived with my dad. I mean, we were splitting I mean, I
Right.
think I was paying for more than he did. But that's why just get a good work ethic. So we always they're working. Don't care about them. That's why I said I don't care if you're working like 2 hours a day or like on the weekends. You're gonna get a job, and
Yeah.
it teaches you to value.
my deal was, my mom always had food, water, the necessities,
Yeah.
lights.
yeah,
A roof
But-
over your head.
But if I wanted a nice truck or if I wanted a nice motorcycle or whatever, she might not have that extra money. So
Right.
I had to work to get those things.
Right.
So that's where that come in,
Right.
Work hard for what you want,
yeah.
the things you need.
Let them know that hard work will pay off.
Yeah.
So I've got one, because I have a daughter. You both have daughters, both older than my daughter. And my big struggle with my daughter, and God, I fucking hate it, is that she is always looking for validation. So I can tell her I love her, Tasha. We can approve of the grades she gets, whether they're good. Like we disapprove of the bad grades, obviously. So we expect something within. We don't expect perfection, but we. So how do you get past your daughter looking for validation from other sources than the family? Does that make sense?
And it's
Like,
harder.
and really, because now she's 14, junior high, fixing to go to high school, so she always wants the approval of her friends
just-
or of guys.
but that's just how it is. Like
I-
that.
and I remember being that
Yeah,
age.
to a certain extent, like that's just you.
But
You're
how do
looking
you?
for approval for your peers at school and like popular, all
Right.
that stuff. That's
But
just
how do you get-
school shit?
How do you help them get past that and understand? A guy's going to tell you, like, she's had boyfriends, and their boyfriends are always like, "I love you," and she's like,
Yeah.
"I love you too," and "I love you," and "I love you too," and I fucking hate that. I did it at that age,
Yeah.
but as a guy, I know why I did it.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the kiss, the boob touch,
But there was,
the
but
show
there
me
was,
show me something.
but
the,
there was sometimes you remember being in high school, like what
But
we called the puppy love, where you really thought
yeah,
you were
no,
in love
I'm
with that
in
girl.
love. I'm in
You
love.
really, and you
No,
weren't.
and I don't like. I just tell her, you've got to understand that that word for girls does mean a lot.
A lot more than
And a lot more than it does to that guy that you're talking to. That guy will tell you he loves you he loves you just so you can kiss him, hug him, hold his hand, show him your boobs, let him touch your boobs, or whatever else you're willing to do for those words. I'm just trying to
you
keep
just have
her.
to- yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to keep her innocent as long as possible without the validation of a guy telling her, I love
wish,
you.
I wish there was a guide we could give you.
I do, but
No,
y'all have gone through it,
no,
and I
it's
haven't.
the
I mean, and I'm going.
it's,
I'm
a,
just
struggle-
it's
going
a
through it.
struggle.
the struggle's always with the dad. All I can say is what I've always tried to do is always communicated with them,
Mm-hmm.
talk to them as much as I can, ask them as much as I can without being prying.
Yeah,
into the
be
person,
nosy, kind of.
but not as much as they won't. If you get too nosy, they'll shut off.
Yeah.
But you're going to get a lot of your information, like how it worked with Audrey. Like Taylor's still 15 and
Yeah.
she ain't really dated or anything like that. How it worked with Audrey was like she talked to Chess a lot
Mm-hmm.
because moms and daughters have a different relationship. They can talk about a lot of different things that
And
she
they can
cannot
hate
talk.
each other, but yeah.
But that she can't talk about me because she's afraid if I tell Dad this, he's going to blow up or get mad about
That's
it.
how I am,
Especially if
but-
it's boys and stuff like that. But your spouse should relay the info to
She does.
you
She
to
does.
a certain extent. They're going to keep stuff from you.
yeah.
And I always told Chess, I'm like, if you keep stuff from me, fine. If it's not like that important.
Yeah.
If you think it's just don't let me find out you kept it from me, right? Like keeping it like
Yeah.
I'll put the
Yeah,
blind.
don't
Or
let me find-
later on, you're like, I'm glad you never told
But,
me that shit.
Yeah.
Don't let me find out you kept something important
yeah,
from
but
me
she won't like
that I should have been a
you
part
should
of.
be able to trust. But like she's going to relay a lot more to Tasha than you, more than likely when she gets older in high school and stuff, because she can. It's easier for the girls to talk to the mom about stuff like that, boys and
Yeah,
everything. Than
yeah.
they're not going to talk to their dad about their.
I understand.
So you just got to communicate with her as much as you can, and make sure when you and Tasha are talking that hey, make sure you keep me involved as much as I need to. I'm still, I want to be involved, but I know you're not going to tell me everything. But
You kind of went through it with Tristan. I always thought not to be so damn strict that they're afraid to share things with you.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fine line there.
For girls, definitely.
Yeah.
and with,
But you got to be the dad that's cool, but
you still got to
still,
you still got to be a dad. Like some
Yeah.
of these parents get too roped in wanting to be their kid's friend and
Yeah.
instead their parent, and you're walking a fine line.
there's boundaries.
Well, I've always told, whether it was Tristan or Addie, my job is not to be your friend. My
Yeah.
job is to raise you to be a functioning part of society. I go, and I'm here to help you with any issues
Yeah.
you need. But for Tristan, just because he's a boy.
Yeah, it's way easier.
So it's for me so much easier to understand what he's going through. And Tristan and I, he's a mama's boy. So he goes to his mom for a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And then she'll tell me, hey, Tristan, blah, 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 whatever. And that's how it's always been. And I get it because I was a mama's boy as well. I'd go to my mom for whatever I wanted, whether I got it or not, whatever.
Like
But,
you said,
but
as
I'd go to my mom.
as a guy, you can know what Tristan's thinking.
But then there was like something that flipped, like sophomore, junior year of high school, where he wasn't a mama's boy. He'd come straight to me, and I'm like, dude, that's it.
Well, he's speaking.
And that was the time when I went, okay, now I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to help guide you. Like
Share
like
your experiences. Oh, when I did this,
yeah.
this
So
is the outcome.
it wasn't so much of like you're gonna fucking do what I
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
It's more of advice.
That's the part I'm talking
yeah, like,
about.
be like,
Is like
this is why I'm telling
they
you
will
this is-
shut down and rebel if you get too
Yeah.
So you got to be like
Because
they're there for them and try to understand and share your experiences. When I did this, this is what happened.
Yeah. But
That-
so with Addie, it's more, the more that we're like, and she's 14.
Yeah.
So she's still at the stage where you've got to tell her what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
When to do it and how to do it. Like for 99% of the kids out there, like she's got to have a fucking schedule of what to do, when to do it, how to do it. You know, type of thing, you know.
Yeah.
And she's still she's 14 and I get it.
That's
She's going to rebel across everything we say.
To me, the worst age for
You're-
girls is
yeah.
junior high.
Yeah, you're
Those-
you're right there.
The junior
Yeah.
high thing to me is like that's when the girls are going through the most changes,
Yeah.
emotionally, physically, everything.
Tristan went through it too.
And-
Yeah, no, you're right. You're
and
right.
They start like Audrey. I was at my cousin's house last night, and they have a 5-year-old daughter, so they're always picking my brain because I had 2 girls, and I was joking with them because she was like clinging to them, and I said enjoy this. I said because you will have a little run. Well, they don't want to have anything.
Look
to do
at you, touch you,
I
talk to
said
you.
you're trying everything you can just to try to get them to hang out with you.
Yeah.
And now Audrey's starting to come out of that other side
Audrey's cool.
where she's
I
hanging
love
out
Audrey.
with us.
And I love your other daughter too.
But Taylor's-
Taylor, she's opening up too though.
Yeah, she is, and she's and
Taylor is like she went through
They have
this
to-
phase where she didn't want to fucking say
they have to
shit or
they have
talk
to
to
find
anybody.
their niche too.
Right.
And she found her niche. Her niche was, like I always joke with her,
Band.
the nerd. She's a band nerd. She does drama, one act,
Love it.
and she's found her group, and that makes you open up more.
But high school.
Yes.
Okay.
Like junior high, like I was worried a little bit because it was almost like we thought she didn't have any friends, and because our best friend like moved away to Alaska, her friend that she had been best friends with like since the 3rd grade, like moved away to Alaska like right before junior high started, and it seemed like she wasn't hanging out with anybody, and we were kind of worried. But I kept telling Chess, I said she needs to. Band's really what
She's a flourish.
she
Yeah.
found her band, and junior high band's not like high
It's
school band.
terrible. No.
But when high school kicked off, she almost said she didn't want to do band, and I was like,
You need to.
I said, give it 1 year. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it next year.
Yeah.
Boom. Like she found her group. She's thriving pretty good. Like
No, she's doing great.
and me
dude.
and Taylor have always had a pretty good like relationship because we always are like the same. Like we love to watch movies together.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells me all about her video games and all that stuff and everything.
So speaking of your wife, and I told you this when we were playing after we did the DJ for the coronation. I taught my daughter a game called Speed
Yeah.
with the cards.
Remember that game? It's a card game called Speed. Did you ever play it?
Anyway,
Probably.
I
Daniel makes a lot of games.
No,
That
this is a
this
real
is a
one.
game
We used
yeah.
to play it like back in the
in
day.
high school, yeah. So I told my daughter, I go, let me teach you this game called Speed. And she's very slow at card games. And it's very simple. It's just when a card is laid down, your job is to get rid of all the cards in your hand. By playing, so let's say a 7 is laid down, you can play an 8 or a 6 on top of it. And then you just keep playing in order of the cards, up or down. It doesn't matter. And then if nobody can play, you flip another card and you keep going until all your cards are gone or all their cards are gone. So I'm showing my daughter this game, and I'm going slow, trying to let her enjoy the game, figure it out, And I go, so I used to play this game all the time in high school, and I've never met anyone better at this game than Chess, which
She's
is Blake's wife.
and she still has it. Like we were teaching them.
In high school, she was the fastest. Like she would win 100% of the time.
Like we just recently taught the girls spades. The game spades.
that's
And me and Chess love spades. But Chess started like shuffling and dealing.
that's a tough game to learn.
Yeah, it was frustrating.
Yeah.
Trust me. But Chess started shuffling and dealing, and they're like, "What the hell? Like, how are you? Like, how are you dealing that fast?" And she's just always just been, because the girls they do that shuffling thing where they're like, I was trying to shuffling each person, right? They'll go like, okay, if it's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh,
7
no.
of this person. I was like, you can't. That's not the.
No.
It's faster doing it that way. I
Yeah. Well.
I said, no, it's not. So But yeah, Chas is a. She should. I think her calling should have been like a blackjack dealer or some shit.
Yeah,
Spades is fun though. We love playing spades.
cherish the times
Yeah.
you have now, though, because like I've been struggling with this lately. Blake, he's gone to college. He don't give a shit about being at home, right?
Yeah. He's
I
living
start,
life, man.
I
Living
start,
life.
I start thinking
I
about.
got a peanut.
I start thinking about the old days, though, like him always wanting to be in my lap, sitting in
yeah.
the chair, watching TV, wearing the same shit I wear.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to be like me, you know.
Thanks, Blake. We'll stop the podcast while you go pee, you jerk.
That ain't my fault. I'm training.
And I'm like, man, I'd give
What an
anything.
idiot.
I'd give anything to have those days back where I was like his star in the sky, you
Right,
know,
right.
or and it's just those days are just not here anymore.
So I still like Facebook memories is the fucking worst.
Yeah.
I look at Facebook memories and like today it was one. So tomorrow we're going to the stock show, Fort Worth Stock Show Rodeo.
Right.
Well, today's memory was we went over there. It was me, Tristan, Addie, Tasha. So the four, just the four of her mom and dad may have gone with us. Tasha's mom and dad. But for some reason they wanted a bunny. So
Yeah, I seen that.
so we
I seen
bought
that.
a fucking bunny.
Yeah, and y'all froze it to death on your front porch. No, not to death.
Not that one. That was when we were living in
Oh,
before the new
yeah,
house.
okay.
That was when we were living with my mom and dad.
Me and Blake was talking about this when the girls were outside doing hopscotch, and Chas was mad because the rabbits were freezing.
But they're rabbits. They're fun. So like those. I mean, time is a fucking thief.
yeah,
Like time is the worst fucking
but
thing
like
ever.
like Amanda, she's still at home, and she's my ladybug, always will be.
Yeah.
but like we're still, I guess, still get to see her every day.
Yeah, but that
so
doesn't- yeah,
it
but that doesn't make her your little girl.
No,
Like,
yeah,
that's different.
I know. Yeah,
Like-
I see all the old softball videos,
right,
and
right.
and I'm like, oh, I wish we could go back to a softball game when she was playing.
Something.
Whoa,
Like so,
soap on a rope.
like for me, like
So what a rope.
in my mind and in my heart, I just want to go back to those pee-wee football days.
Oh yeah,
I want to go back to those little league softball days with my daughter.
yeah. We've got one of those frames,
Double-
video frames,
Yeah, I
and
see that too.
it goes through all the.
Oh yeah.
And so all of Blake's football pictures and all of Amanda's softball pictures go through, and every one of the pictures you go, I remember that.
I remember this.
I remember that.
Like, yeah. Did Blake ever hit a home run in the little league?
Oh yeah,
So is that picture on there?
Oh, yeah.
And he's holding the
Yeah,
baseball
yeah.
with the date and shit.
Yeah.
On. Yeah. So Tristan has that same one, and I'm like, holy. And then like Tristan or Eddie has one where it's like an infield home run, which isn't really. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just a.
It counts.
You get 4 bases
counts,
on
yeah.
errors, but
Scored
it's
the
an
same run.
infield home run, you know. And so she has that one, and all those pictures they always come up, and I'm like, dude, I want to go back to those fucking days when my kids were young.
Yes.
When they loved me, when they looked up to me, and all they wanted to, when I couldn't get my daughter to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And they're like these days, I'm like, because it's just, it's stress from work and bullshit with life. And you're just like, can I just get a second to relax? And so part of me is like, just let me just fucking relax.
And that's what's good about
But then I just go, but can you not just be that little girl again that won't shut the fuck up, that frustrated? Like, I want you to be that girl.
Yeah.
But now she just won't fucking talk
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
anyone.
And I struggled. I struggled bad with the.
There was no more beer in there when you came back?
I
or-
don't think there is. I think we polished it off.
I mean, there's other beer in there, though.
Oh.
But sure.
But I struggled with the bad. You can ask Chance, like, because Audrey went through a little run where she just wouldn't talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
And Chance had warned me because she said every girl goes through it. Where for some reason they
But
don't
it
like,
hurts as a dad
they
when
don't
your
like,
daughter
But
does
she
it.
said they don't like their parents. They don't talk to. She goes, I did it, and I don't even know why. She goes, I can remember doing it, and I don't know why I did it. And she was around like Addie's age, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Chess helped me a lot with that because I was struggling with it a little bit, and I'd have like I guess you'd say like I'd lash out a little bit because I'd get frustrated, like trying to get her like. And Chess just told me, "Hey, you step aside." She goes, "Trust me, she'll be past this."
Yeah, you can't force it.
And she said
Yep.
she will get past it. And she goes, "I went through the same thing with my dad, and now we have a great relationship when you get older and everything." And she goes, "Trust me, if you raise them right, your girls will never think there's a better man than their dad. Don't care what it is."
Yep.
So you just have to. Right now, you're in that tough spot, and I had a hard time with it.
I just had this conversation with my daughter a week ago. Nah, maybe not that. Whatever. A couple days ago, whatever it was. And I told her, I go, all I want is the father-daughter relationship that we should have.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can come to me, you can cry on my shoulder, you can hug me, and if you want to talk about something with no fucking issues about me getting mad, you just want to say, "Dad, I want to talk to you. I just want to
Vent.
vent to you, and I don't want you to get mad. I just want you to understand." I said, "I want that relationship. That's what I want. Every day when if I pick her up from school, or even if Tasha does and we get home and I get home later than they do, and I'm always like, 'Hey, how was your day?' 'Good.' 'What'd you do today at school?'
Yeah.
I don't know.
One or two word answers.
Yeah. What'd you have for lunch? I don't know. I don't remember. It like that's currently what, and all I want is just I don't know. I don't know what I want, but I just, and she doesn't either, but I want that movie relationship between father and daughter, which I know is not right now going to happen, but it will happen.
Yes.
This time right now you're having is a
fucking
bad.
sucks.
It's a bad time.
You're in the
It
tough-
fucking sucks.
And I said, I struggled bad with it. And Taylor's
But
still.
you have two daughters.
Taylor's-
It comes back around though.
Taylor's still
Thank
kind of
you.
in that. I mean, we talked.
Like that's what with
yeah.
Audrey. It's clearly come back around.
Well, yeah, she's full circle
And
now.
with Amanda,
now-
even when Amanda was younger, and I knew y'all,
Yeah.
Amanda was very, and Audrey was very. Just
She's
kinda-
always been a sweet.
but they were sweet, but they didn't really want to
Yeah.
talk to me
Yeah.
because they knew me, but they didn't know me. But the older they've gotten,
Yeah.
and even Taylor's the
Well,
same
remember,
way.
like you said, when you saw her at Walmart, and she was
Yeah.
like, they were. What's funny is all three girls were at Walmart, and they saw Daniel like
walking
and-
around,
and they said they were trying to catch him, and Daniel's just walking real fast, and they're chasing him around trying to catch him.
they were
and
trying to scare me.
And they finally caught up to him. And of course, Daniel loves if he sees the girls, he wants to.
I'm gonna hug them just because
So and Taylor's always like Audrey just.
Audrey doesn't care.
Yeah.
Taylor
Taylor's
hates
always-
Taylor's a
But
standoffish.
what Taylor did
yeah.
this time is he said she was holding they were buying
Games.
because we've been on a board game kick this last year, which is great.
When
We
you
all-
get together and do a board
we-
game
we-
night with the families,
we all sit around the
Yeah.
table, just us four, and play fucking games.
yeah.
And that's what you're talking about. Oh God, it's. But he said Taylor just goes
Hands
here-
the games to Chastity.
and just hugged him
She hugged I hugged
she-
Audrey first because I know Audrey's gonna give me a hug.
She's just given up.
And Taylor just goes and gave like she was holding the games
Yeah.
they were gonna buy, gave them to Chas, and she hugged
Yeah.
me before
Like
I
said,
could hug her.
because she's starting to break out of that.
Yeah.
But she's still a little.
But I love it though.
But she's still a little bit in that funk.
She's still a little bit like I'm
Audrey's-
hugging you, but just know I hate it.
Like I said, Audrey's
Yeah.
full on where she hangs out with me and Chas. She jumps some laps. She tells us all about her day. She tells us story. We
Yeah,
talk.
I love it.
Let me tell you this. This will make me sound old. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm
know what I'm
listening.
talking
I'm
about.
listening.
So 2 or 3 weeks ago, Chas got some TikToks or something on Little House on the Prairie.
Oh God,
Remember that show?
Laura
And-
Ingalls Wilder,
And she never watched Little House on the Prairie. which
Michael
is
Landon.
Landon.
But,
What was the Angel show he was in?
Wings of an Angel or something.
Highway to
Heaven.
Highway to Heaven. Yeah.
But he was Bonanza was like.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh God, he was Little Joe.
Yeah. But anyway, so she started. So of course she watched one video of Little House on the Prairie, so now she's getting it's in her reels, right? She's getting it, and she's like, "I've never watched." And I was like, "You never watched Little House on the Prairie?"
Of course
I said,
she has
I
it.
said we grew up. I watched it all the time when I was
I
a
watched
kid.
like 3 episodes and I hated every one.
Oh no,
of
I
them.
remember watching it all the time as a kid. I mean,
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I mean those old shows were like so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
like
But anyway,
but good.
we were sitting there 2 nights ago. We're sitting there. It's me, Chas, and Audrey sitting in the living room. Taylor's in my room that used to be my man den, but now it's her gaming room. She's completely taken it over. And I let her when it's like, now I'm just like, so she's in the, so Chas is talking about Little House on the Prairie. We need to start watching that. I want to watch it.
It's terrible.
And I was like, I looked it up. It's on Peacock.
That's like watching Chips.
You know,
Terrible.
Chips is
Awful.
awesome. And I was like, it's on Peacock. You want to watch it? Let's watch it. So I looked them on Peacock. First step that I didn't know till it started. The first episode was a movie, like a made-for-TV movie pilot. The pilot episode was an
Oh.
hour and 37
Then it
minutes long.
spun off to a show. Yeah.
So we watched the whole thing,
Oh, fuck off.
and we watched it all.
I didn't even want to watch the show.
And,
Oh,
and I actually enjoyed it because it brought me back. You know, I was like, man, I watched this when I was a kid. This thing came out in like 74, I think. The girls have. What's
That's
funny
awful.
is what's funny is
It's
something.
too bad they didn't want to watch Good Times.
What's
There's-
funny is
Love
something.
it, dude.
What's funny is something from 1974.
Dynamite.
I was thinking in my head something from 1974. They're both like they're watching it for the first time.
Uh-huh.
So we watched the whole thing, and then when we got done, like Audrey's going upstairs, and she's like, "What has my life come to? I'm watching Little House on the Prairie with my parents." So then I loved it because, like I said,
Of course you did.
No, like I said, I loved it because Audrey's in there watching the stuff with it. We're laughing.
Yeah.
The dog. They had a dog that because Audrey is a big animal lover. Like she don't like to see any animals killed. Period. Right off the bat, the dog like gets washed away in a river, and the dad can't find it, and it's drowned. And she's like, "What are we watching? I don't want to watch this anymore." And I knew that the dog was going to come back, like it didn't drown.
Yeah.
So the whole rest of the show, she's stressed out about the animals. So I just loved like us being together watching it. So then me and Chas said we were going to start calling each other Ma and Pa because that's what they call
yeah.
each other. And I was just like, "You're not going to do that."
So, do you and your wives call each other names?
Yeah, and Chas hates it.
What do y'all call each other? Like, what do you call her and what does she call you?
Chas doesn't really. She calls me when it's not asshole. She really just calls me Blake. Like she don't have like a nickname for me. Too. Sometimes she might call me Daddy.
Okay.
Oh my
joking.
God.
What? That's fucking.
No,
Wow.
I wanted to vomit just now.
I just, I
not
think I
really.
did out of my
So-
butthole.
what makes Chas, she hates it, but I can't. When the kids were little and everything, I just got in the habit of calling Chas Mama. To the girls, Mama,
Yeah.
Mama. Well, it's like I'll call her Mama still, like, and she fucking hates it. Boy, she hates it. But I just do it like out of instinct,
Yeah.
like I can't help it.
Yeah. That
So-
makes sense. That makes sense.
And I get the girls' names mixed up all the fucking time.
100%.
Oh
Like,
my God.
horribly.
My wife gets, because my wife had a daughter before we got married, Nikki.
Nikki.
And then Amanda and Blake. She'll combine the names together. Like Blamanda or
Nick Ake.
I'll be like, and it's usually when I'm frustrated.
Oh, yeah.
Audrey, Chas,
or, yeah,
Taylor.
Go
I'll get
through
to-
all the names.
I'll
yeah.
even say throw Chas's in there.
Of
Like,
course.
Um,
Do you, what do you call Billy?
We pretty much both call each other babe
Okay.
all the time.
Yeah,
That's
that's
pretty much.
that's us too.
Yeah.
But I get that.
yeah, that's probably what.
But I feel like that's what a bunch of people call each other's significant other. I only started doing that because that's what my dad and my mom called each other. So then I'm like, babe. I mean, like
Yeah.
that's what we call each other.
Right.
Now I do. We were playing.
That is true. Chas does call me babe. I call her Mama.
I was
She loves it.
I was calling. I was
Yeah.
calling. I was playing Fortnite with Facto a few nights ago, whatever it was, and I said "Mom" to Tasha. In fact, it was like, "Oh, your mom's there." I go, "No, I was talking to Tasha."
Yeah.
He goes, "You said mom." I go, "Well, that's what the kids like. We're trying to teach the kids to call her mom and teach the kids to call me dad." And so I'm like,
That's what
Mom. And she's like, Dad. You know, so we yell, it's either babe or mom and dad to each other.
I got such the habit with the girls being little,
Mama.
call it chest, that I still do it. And it makes her, like, she fucking hates it so much. So, double joyment. I don't do it on purpose.
But you do it.
And I get her in her skin.
I think that has to do with it makes you start feeling older.
Yeah.
And you're trying to fight
But
that.
I'm trying to call her Ma. Just from
Mom.
and Chas is trying to call me Paul when she but only when the girls are around. Just
Yeah.
especially Audrey, because she's like, no.
What do you want to be called as a grandparent?
There you go. I went through
Well,
this.
see, I have step grandparent. I'm a step grandparent anyway.
Oh, you are. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
they call me Peepaw.
Okay.
Paul.
Okay, so if that wasn't there, what did you want to be called?
I wanted to be called G-Paw because it seemed more
Grandpa, yeah.
G-Paw.
G-Paw,
sounds
that's like
more-
gangsta.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's I'm gangsta Paul is what I
G-Paw.
am. We can do a drive-by tonight.
Yeah.
G-Paw, we're gonna cook some wings and we're gonna go cap some ass.
So they call you Peepaw?
Peepaw.
Do you like it? Love it. You love it.
Yeah.
What do they call Billy?
Meemaw.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay, Peepaw, Meemaw.
what I
Okay. What do you want to be called?
I want Granddad. I don't know why.
Well, he watches Little House on the
No,
Prairie, so
that
it
might-
makes sense.
But
I want to be called Master.
no, when you
I want to be called the old man.
no, if you notice, like in my brain, like my mom's side, it was Grandpa and Grandma. My dad's side, my granddad. I always say he was one that had the River Place, my favorite place on earth.
So you said granddad?
Granddad or granddaddy, I'll take it both. But I don't
That's
know.
what
for
you
some reason-
called? No. That's what you called?
my granddad.
You call him granddad,
Yeah,
not Meemaw,
no,
Papaw.
it was my granddad. Just
Okay.
call him Granddad. John T. McDonald. He was Granddad.
Dude, I had a John T in my. So my grandfather was Ben Gray, no middle name. My dad Ben Edward Gray, but his twin brother, we called him Uncle T, but he was JT Gray.
John Truitt.
He
Named
was
after
John
his-
Truitt.
That was my great grandfather's name.
He was John Truitt.
My great
He,
grandfather's
he wasn't. I
No.
don't know what his middle name was. We called him Uncle T.
no, my great grandfather was John Truitt, and he went by Truitt. The John thing was like a family thing. Like every firstborn male.
Your first name's John, though, right?
Yeah, every firstborn male got the name John.
What?
David didn't know this.
Yeah.
John, I don't even fucking know you. Who the fuck are you?
So it's just that.
Who
So,
is this guy?
so on the McDonald's side, it was like tradition. The firstborn male got the first name John.
Yeah.
And most of them went by their middle name though, because the John's like a family name. But my great grandfather, who I never met, he passed away in like '76 or something. Who was also, which pisses me off. All the McDonald guys were like fucking giants, but the Pointer blood really sucks me down.
An old
me.
McDonald.
That's me. Yeah, old balls.
So
gross.
So my great grandfather John Truitt, who went by Truitt, from what I hear, like he was 6'6". Just they said a monster. Like when,
He was 6'6", weighed 245.
My dad had an uncle that was 7 foot, like 2.
that's insane.
And here I am, not even
Yeah.
6 foot, and I'm like, this is fucking bullshit.
So then
you couldn't
my-
give me a fucking inch to give me 6 foot.
So then my granddad, he went by John T. Everybody called him John T. John T. He actually, my dad's John Mark, but he went by his middle name, and then I got John Blake. And we kept having like single boys, like the stress. And good enough, no boys. The bloodline dies with me. Like I always tell the girls, you're gonna have to make your.
Go have one more.
I'm clipped now.
Yeah, that's fine.
I always tell the girls
Just do
now
it.
that you're gonna have to make when your husbands just take on the McDonald name.
Yes.
It's new age.
Just fucking do it. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
But I mean, yeah. So yeah,
I mean, the bloodline won't continue.
the only person that ever used like my grandma called me Johnny B or Johnny B Good. Like that's what she called me. She's the only one that ever used. it.
Tristan's name was Johnny Bill.
You're so full of shit.
Johnny
Now
Bill.
you're just making
was-
up names.
No, that was his penis's name. Just so you know.
My grandma called me JB or Johnny B. Usually that she's the only one that ever used like my first name.
Johnny
I
B.
feel
Good.
like I don't even fucking know you now. Your name changed.
No, I've always had this name.
That's
No, it's changed.
That's why everybody once said, "Who's fucking Blake?" 'Cause
Yeah.
his name's John.
The thing
No
is,
kidding.
you want to talk about frustrating growing up though when you don't go by your first name?
Oh, in school,
Yeah,
and
because
they're like John,
roll call.
John
And
McDonald,
and
he's like,
I'd always have to be like,
"Call me Blake."
I go by Blake. I always have to say that. So now I'm like all like passports, driver's
I
license.
go by Tiger.
So like passports, driver's license, anything. I have my full name spelled John Blake. Like I have my full name
Yep.
spelled because it just it avoids a lot more.
I always knew I was in trouble when my mom used my middle name.
Oh yeah,
David Wayne?
mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. What'd I do?
Yeah, we got my mom.
Oh, shit.
My mom would say John Blake. Like she's
Yeah.
John Blake McDonald.
So I always wanted to be Pawpaw because my grandfather was Pawpaw,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know my grandfather on my mom's side, which I would have called Wello, and my mom was Wella. I mean, my grandmother was Wella, not Abuela. It's Wella or Wello, but I didn't know him, so the only thing I knew was Pawpaw. But I was like, literally, I was 5 when he passed away. But I still knew him, and I still, like, I fucking remember I was 5 years old, but I still remember going to his house. I remember everything about his house when I was a kid. I remember all that stuff. But Pawpaw. So Pawpaw was like a big thing to me. So then when my dad became a grandfather, Pawpaw is what they called him.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I want to be Pawpaw. But something switched where all of my kids were calling my dad Pawpaw. And I always called him Dad. But then I don't know what happened. I just started calling him Pops. What's up, Pops?
So
Hey,
that's-
Pops. What's up, Pops? Give him a hug.
Yeah.
Love you, Pops. See you later, Pops. Love you, Pops. I think now I want to be
Yeah.
Pops.
Yeah. That's why.
Rather, like I still want to be Pawpaw, but I want them to call me Pops.
Yeah.
I think I want to be Pops, or do I save that for my son to call me Pops and them to call me Pawpaw?
Let it come natural, like it did.
You know what I mean?
It has to come natural. It
Well, that's what I
can't
said,
be a
that's-
name
Well,
that's.
that's why.
Right. Like I want to be called Pawpaw.
You can't give yourself a name tag and call me.
Yeah,
They
But a lot-
got to pick it.
but a lot of people do. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I know people that are like, "You're gonna call me Honey," like, and
Well,
that's
that's how my
My wife wanted to be called Grammy.
yeah.
My mom-
I remember hearing that.
That ain't gonna
Yeah.
hey,
happen.
But
my
like-
mom
but like-
wanted Mimi, and
Yeah.
that's what they call her.
That's what my
Well,
wife's called.
but so but I mean, so like the person that said I want to be called Honey, that's what they're called, Honey.
Honey Badger don't give a fuck.
Which is honey badgers don't give a fuck, but like I don't want to force the name on my.
It has
so-
to come natural.
So I want to be Pawpaw, but I want my son to call me Pops because I feel like that's,
Well, I call my dad old man now.
and I'm fine with that too.
That's what I
Like
call
I would be fine with that too.
I call him old man. Like
We call David old man.
Yeah, right. I feel like y'all's pawpaw.
He calls us Baldy. It's fine.
Peepaw.
People, but I think I want to be called. I think I want to be called.
Well, that's
Pawpaw.
why I picked.
Pawpaw.
Well, that's why I just picked granddad. For some reason, that's what I called my granddad. I don't know why.
That's the most generic as shit
What's
I've
this?
ever heard in my life.
Hello, my grandpa.
No, it's granddad.
Hello,
My grandpa.
grandfather.
Grandpa.
Yes.
Was,
Oh, that's even more proper.
Hello, grandpa.
Grandfather.
grandpa was on my mom's side.
Oh shit.
I had a Meemaw. Meemaw was my great grandmother in Poteet. What's funny is I had a great grandmother in Weatherford, and we called her great grandmother King because her last name was King. Like that's what we called her.
Damn.
Yeah, great grandmother
Righteous.
King.
Grandmother King.
What's funny is I could think. So when I was born, I had all my grandparents, and I had 4 great grandparents when I was born, and I have not even a grandparent left now. Like,
I don't
period.
either.
But I mean, it's just
Thanks
weird.
for bringing that shit up.
No, it's
Because
just
y'all
weird
are
to-
fucking old.
But it's just
They
weird to
die.
think. No, it's just weird to think about. I had 4 great grandparents. Like growing up till like my first great grandparent died like in '94. So I mean, I was pretty old.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
with great grandparents.
Oh no, like literally most of my life I had one. I just my granny, my dad's mom, Granny, and she outlived every one of her kids, which is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
She outlived all of her fucking kids.
You never want to do that.
You don't ever want to outlive
that would
your
be
fucking
horrible.
kids.
My grandma lived to be 98.
I saw my granny
Jesus.
at every one of her kids' funerals,
That is.
and every time
Ugh.
it broke my fucking heart.
Well, yeah. Can you imagine? That's one thing. Never. You're always prepared to go before your kids.
And that's why when Facto brought this up, it was a long time ago. If you could take a pill and blah blah blah, blah you could live forever,
No.
or you could, know when you're gonna die, or whatever the scenario he said. And I'm like, I want to know that I'm dying tomorrow, rather than knowing that I'm gonna outlive my kids.
No, I don't want to.
I don't want to outlive my kids.
I think his question was like, if you could live like, next 100.
Yeah, whatever it was.
And I was like, no, because my
but
whole
somehow it is. Somehow it's your
my whole family.
You're watching everyone you know.
I'd watch
die.
my wife.
Yeah.
I'd watch my wife, my kids, maybe their kids. Like, no.
You have to go through so much memory or people's dying
Yeah,
of that.
it's just a
That's too much for
It's
somebody.
like that movie Green Mile. You seen that movie?
yeah.
Remember, he gets like kind of cursed
He sucks in everybody's
Well, he gets kind of cursed because they have
penis.
to kill him at the end.
Yeah,
One of God,
Dude, I
Because his
cried.
penis was so big.
well,
I-
probably was because did you see the size of him?
I cried when he's singing heaven.
Yeah.
I'm in heaven, and then he's fucking dead.
But
I'm
they were like, remember because Tom Hanks' character like lived for like
I smell me some cornbread balls.
I think he lived to like 150. Like that was kind of his curse because he said like, I killed one of God's miracles, and he's talking about watching all of his family like die around him.
yeah,
That was Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. He
Is that
died, right?
R.I.P. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds
Yeah.
right.
No, that's
Yeah.
right. That's
Yeah,
right. Now he wasn't. Michael Clark Duncan was
he's a
huge, but he
big
wasn't that like.
He wasn't that tall.
Because in the book, like the guy's supposed
Oh.
to be like.
This is a book guy.
No, in the
oh,
book.
in the book, he
book
was
nerd.
only-
And you know who wrote that?
This guy's
Stephen King.
he's comparing books to movies.
No, so they had to. No, so they had.
have
to,
you watched the Harry Potter movies?
No, that's
well,
why
they're
they-
not
Well,
near as good as the books.
it didn't
no,
go
that's-
that way.
No, I never read those. No, that's why they made him like they had him like 7 foot tall in there. But Michael Clark Duncan's really like 6'2". He's
You know who-
he's
you know-
massively built like that.
Hey,
but-
you know who he was married to? You remember Omarosa that used to be
Oh
on?
yeah.
That was his wife.
Are you fucking
Michael
kidding
Clark
me?
Duncan.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Gosh, damn. I did not know that.
No, Green Mile's Stephen King.
I think I knew. I
So
did
is-
know that.
So is Shawshank.
Yeah, I knew that. That was a good movie. Redemption. The Shawshank Redemption.
Great.
That was a great movie.
That's Stephen King. Like
I
let's
didn't know
talk
that.
about not fitting his normal crazy shit.
It took me a long time to watch that movie.
It's a great movie.
Such a great movie.
Like when everybody's top 10 lists, usually Shawshank's in there somewhere.
It wasn't good, but I hadn't watched it. I mean, it's a great movie.
Oh, I watched Gladiator 2 today.
Oh, I need to watch that.
Pretty fucking good.
Fact, it was like
I was wondering how they were gonna. I was like Gladiator 2. I was like Kurt Russell died, and like how they gonna make a story? Like I was wondering. This.
yeah.
So Gladiator's one of my it's Facto's favorite movie. Like
Yeah.
he would say, it's one of my favorite movies. Like great movie. Like I give Gladiator 10. Right.
Yeah.
This one might be like an 8.5 to a 9 in my
No
opinion.
shit.
It was pretty freaking good. They captured the Gladiator type from the first one, the emotions and everything, and
Yeah.
the storyline made sense. I was like, how are they going to spin this?
Mm-hmm.
What storyline could there be? It was good. Very good. Denzel's in it.
Yeah.
He's great in it. The guy that I've never seen this actor in anything else that plays like the main dude.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's supposed to be like the princess, the empress. You know, the one that was like the sister.
Is all this because you're on video?
This,
Yes.
Oh, I didn't forget about that. No, the sister to Joaquin Phoenix. You know, the one that he was like in love with.
Oh yeah, jogging Phoenix.
No. Remember, she had the little son.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be like it's the son grown up. That was good. It's on Paramount Plus if you get this.
It's free though, right?
Yeah, all Paramount.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Very good. Watched it today. In fact, I've been telling me to watch it. Highly recommend it.
All right, last thing, because I don't know when we'll record next. Probably before the Super Bowl, but let's do predictions just to get it out of the way. Super Bowl is Kansas City, Eagles. We all agree Kansas City's going to
Please
win.
God.
Do you agree Kansas City's going to win?
I mean, the way, yeah.
Kansas City's going to win.
No, I just now I don't want fucking Philly.
I definitely don't want
Do
Philly to
y'all
win.
think, there's shit going around that shit's rigged?
No.
No, I don't
Here's what I
think
know.
There'd be
I
too
know
many
that Josh
people
Allen got
involved.
that first down.
Okay.
I know he got that first
Okay,
down.
I agree with that.
Did you see the videos?
Yes.
He got the fucking first down.
Okay.
You are you disagreeing with
No, I
that?
mean okay. So keep
So
going.
he got the first down, which would have changed the whole fucking game.
Right?
Changed the fucking whole game. And Buffalo could have won. Whatever. It is what it is. Kansas City, Eagles. Fucking hate the Eagles.
Yeah.
Kansas City's going to
That's the only
win.
reason I'm cheering for.
But once in my life, I want the Eagles to
No,
win.
sir. Not
Okay.
me.
I do.
And that's fine. And that's fine.
Just because I'm sick of it. It's just like the
Patriots.
Patriots back years ago.
I understand.
My
I
pure,
disagree with you. I want the Chiefs to win.
my pure motivation
because
is
I fucking hate the
I fucking
Eagles.
hate Philly. That's the most hated team
I hate fucking Philly.
out of any of them. I hate them worse. Like last week, I was hoping to watch. I hate Philly worse than Washington.
The head coach, you just want to punch him
Yeah.
just by
I know.
looking at
Yeah.
him.
No, that's.
I
hate-
wanted to watch. I don't like Washington, but I
hate-
wanted them to
I
win.
hate Philly anyway, and then that stupid coach's face.
You just want to punch him in the throat.
All right, so let's do a score prediction.
Oof.
Chiefs, Eagles. You want Eagles to win? What you got?
I want them to win. I don't think they're gonna win.
Okay, so what you got?
it-
So throw a score out there. Who wins?
I think it's gonna be 10-point spread, maybe 17-28, something like that.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a pretty close game. 24-27.
3 points, huh?
I think it's going to be a very almost every game Kansas City's played this year has been a one-score game.
Yep.
Phillies, they got a really good defense.
Mm-hmm.
They can run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They'll run the ball to keep Mahomes them off the clock to keep the game close. That's why I think it's going to be a close game. But I think it'll come down to like a Mahomes drive to get in field goal range and kick the winning field, something like that.
Yeah. I think the Chiefs are going to win. I think the Chiefs are going to win by 2 touchdowns.
I hope they do. I hope they
So,
shit it up.
so I 2 touchdowns ish. I am going to say 21-10.
I hope you're right.
21-10, Chiefs win. Mahomes MVP.
Yeah, I hope you're right. I hope they kick the. I hope it's not even close. I hope they.
And then next week we can,
embarrassed.
because next week I know we're going to do the, at least prior to the Super Bowl. That's fine. I think we do a little betting on the side, coin toss, heads or tails. I think we, who
scores the
who
first
scores the
touchdown?
first touchdown.
Who's-
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
think
can
we
do-
kind of do some of that next week. Guys, it's been a long one. I've actually fucking enjoyed
Yeah, we had to.
the
Good conversation.
great conversation, the family conversation. I've enjoyed the bullshit conversation. I've enjoyed all that. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for spending the last 3 hours with me. Thank you for listening for the last 3 hours. Yes, 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, and
Time flew.
guess what? It won't be a lot of editing. So
Y'all
that was
weren't
cool.
y'all weren't on time though.
Yeah, I
just
know.
wanna
We
say.
were a little
Actually, I
late.
think I was.
I said
I
5:53.
think I was here.
I was here at 6:02, I think. So
Let me look here on my timestamp.
we don't need to see your
I clocked
your
in.
tramp stamp.
I clocked in to get paid when I got here.
That 26 cents.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for being here, though. And we will see y'all next time. See you later. Bye.
See ya.
So-